Live.
Mary Lou Henner joins the DBL panel in studio, and she'll be here all week long. What's her take on today's hottest topics? Fred Savage gets fired from the Wonder Years reboot after an investigation into inappropriate conduct. Will this be another case of cancel culture? We're kicking off our special segment, Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now?, with the original Got Milk guy live. And Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, Danny Lynn, dazzles at the Kentucky Derby.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Yeah, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Special day today. Welcome to DBL. We've got our special guest co-host, Mary Lou Henner. Having our first-year anniversary.
I know.
May 14th. See how she remembers everything.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that because, yes, she is such a gift, you guys. But, of course, you guys know her from everything from her iconic role in the hit 70s sitcom Taxi or Evening Shade, Broadway, Dancing with the Stars, New York Times bestselling author, also in The Apprentice twice. You were in the All-Stars as well. Yeah, I know. I do it all. You do it all. We're so lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. When Bert called me, I was like, yes, jumping on the bed.
And Mary, and just so our viewers know, Mary Lou is going to be here all week.
Yes.
In the flesh. She has to jet off to LA, come back.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Let's see how much love I get on Friday. There's a lot right now in the room, but let's see.
Okay, we'll see. All right, so all the stars were posting to social media yesterday. Did you see? In honor of Mother's Day, of course, including Mariah Carey, Nick Jonas, and Priyanka Chopra, shared the first picture of their daughter. And Winona Judd, who posted this throwback photo saying how much she missed her mom. I know it made me get teary-eyed. Did you guys see this? This is J-Lo and Ben. This is a throwback video of them courtside wishing their moms a happy Mother's Day.
Babies.
Meantime, Sherry Shepherd had something very interesting to say, and I feel like a lot of moms can relate. She said it's her biggest insecurity because she always feels like she's doing something wrong. Now, we're so lucky to also have you here because you're a mother of two.
Yes.
We were talking about your sons. You were glowing in the makeup room, but you also are an author of a book about parenting.
I know.
How to not raise a brat.
No, it's called I Refuse to Raise a Brat.
Bravo.
Because it could be called I Refuse to Date a Brat because little brats turn into big brats.
Yes.
So you can kind of find, your kind of brat that you're like looking for. And here's the thing, a guilty parent is the worst parent. It's really about bringing up your children with the right balance of frustration and gratification. And it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times parents want to be the best friend instead of being the parent. They don't want to have boundaries, or you're competing in a divorce situation with a parent who's like doing the opposite.
Wow.
I remember when my son Nicky was 2.5, and he was like saying he wanted something that one of his friends had, and he was like, I won't give this to me. You're a bad mommy. And I said, you're not supposed to point. He said, you're a bad mommy.
That's a creative kid.
Yes. So I never minded being the bad mommy. You know what I mean? Because sometimes kids have to have boundaries, and they will come bouncing off of all of that. But once that stick turns blue, it's that pilot light in your life. It could be like the high fire, or it's like, but it's always there.
Yeah.
It's the most important thing to do.
I learned about boundaries teaching 7th grade, 5 years.
Yeah.
And like there's always this thing like you want to be the cool, hey, Mr. Schroeder, how you doing? It's like, yes, you can have some of that towards the end of the year after you've already put some credibility in, like, hey, you have plenty of friends here at the school. I'm not your friend. I'm here to teach you and to give you an environment to grow and thrive in, and everything wants boundaries. And it seems like you wouldn't want to do that to something you love, but if you really love your kids, your friends, you're raising a puppy, it needs boundaries. Otherwise, it's going to run wild and it's going to blame you for it because it's not going to be accepted.
And your kids peeing on the kitchen floor.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Been there. Yeah, I've been there. You said something the other day, if you're comfortable sharing it. If not, you can just give us a Reader's Digest version.
Run away.
But no, I thought it was really important because you brought up boundaries and discipline. Both of you did. Your disciplinarian method the other day turned into a bonding experience. If you want to share that. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, but just because like you said, Mary Lou, you don't want to be the bad guy, right? Because you're their parent. You want to be the cool dad, but sometimes you have to, tell them what's right or wrong. And in this case, my wife was embarrassed, like I'm sure you were at times, taking the boys to school, and my oldest boy was acting out a little bit and like pulling on her. And he was tired, and Jordan came home, my wife, and said she was embarrassed. So I had a long talk with him. I picked him up, and we took a long drive and talked about respect.
How old is he?
5.
Okay.
But how
Five.
old school? They got in the car.
Yeah, so he took him for a drive, and I'm like, I know you don't know the word respect, but you respect your family, you respect your mother, number one, and you respect people in your class. If someone's making fun of somebody, you respect that person, right? And we had a long talk and maybe a little emotional. He wasn't receiving it well, but I could hear he was hearing because he was crying. And then a week later, fast forward, and he was drawing something, and the little one said something, and Lawson goes, "Hey, you respect mommy."
Yeah.
You know, so it got in there. It got in there.
And it's hard to be that person. You know? Like you're setting boundaries for like bedtimes and like 2 stories. Because otherwise they'll get like 6 water glasses.
Oh my gosh.
They set their watch and they don't even have one. You know what I mean? They know I'll wear them down. I'll wear them down. And your word has to mean something, and that's the most important thing.
What was now we all have young kids. Yours are getting up there though. But what would be your advice now that your kids are grown to some of the younger parents out there?
Or to me.
Okay, well, you're going to make mistakes no matter what you do. Try not to feel guilty about everything. I'll tell you one of the big mistakes that I think women make is that they apologize for their job, or their fathers do. Like, oh, I have to go to work now, blah, blah. And it's like, if the kid thinks like you're not enjoying your work, then they feel like, well, why are you letting it take you away from me? Let it take you away from me. And so if you say, no, I love my job, I love you, it's like a respect for your time.
Right.
And that's one of the best things that you can do for your kids, because then they learn to respect their time as well. And keep the creativity coming. That's really important. We play a game called the Stair Game, and you can play it with all kinds of great kids and ages. And you sit at the top of our stairs, and you can ask kids questions, and they move down a stair, and they feel like, and you can do it with a 2-year-old, you can do it with a 6-year-old, you can do it with a 12-year-old, and I do it with my husband.
Every time they answer a question,
they move down a stair. And you sort of like, and you could say to like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, how do you spell the word I? And then, they say I, and it goes, yeah! So you play the Stair Game. You have to they're not like this all the time.
That's the problem. That is the problem.
But babysitter.
I am glad, though, again, I'm not a mom, and I don't know this, but I'm glad it's in the conversation, that it's not perfect 1950s, that we are talking about it, and I'm so lucky to have that, because that's real.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes there's too much talk about it.
I don't even know how it got to there being the perfect parent. Who is?
I know,
the perfect person.
Nobody.
I don't know how it got there.
No. Not a perfect anything.
Exactly.
No.
Progress, not perfection.
That's right, except for me.
The future you. Yeah.
Coming up on DBL, trouble for Fred Savage. I know you've worked with him. We're going to get to that.
Well, his brother.
Okay, that's right. After getting accused of inappropriate conduct. Now, an attorney whose client sued Fred in the past will be here with us live. What did she make of these new allegations? Plus, new clues in that wild case of the missing inmate and corrections officer. Find out where the officer was spotted on surveillance. And as we mentioned, Mary Lou Henner is going to be here all week long. For her. Or comment, email info@dailyblastlive.com or find us on social media. Just search Daily Blast Live.
Closed captioning provided by
Daily Blast Live is always focused, always ready, always on cue, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day.
It's 1 hour.
Hi, DBL Nation. Kelly Schubert here. We are here with Mary Lou Henner all week. We are so excited. Now, Mary Lou, you're here with us all week, but I hear you have a special event tonight. Can you tell us about it?
Well, it's kind of a surprise.
It's a surprise, so no.
So no.
Yeah, so no, but wait to see that, guys, later this week. But Mary Lou, when's the last time you did live TV?
Live TV? Well, you mean, but not
like
on
this.
Zoom and stuff like that?
Exactly.
Huh. Well, Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
So
Okay.
How scary is that? Is it terrifying?
We'll talk.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to talk.
You and I are outgoing, but I think it's still scary.
Oh, it's scary. No, it's scary. It's scary because it's very different, and you've got to have the right partner.
Yeah, that makes all
You have to jive with your partner.
You have to jive with your partner.
Have
That's
the
a tough
chemistry
one.
there.
Yeah,
That's
and
scary.
It's crazy.
Dancing. I can't even imagine that.
Dancing with the Stars. No, I can't either.
It's pretty wild. No. You're just thinking it's not a sprint; it's a marathon. I gotta pace myself and stuff. But I would wake up in the morning and have heat on my calves and ice on my feet.
Yeah, you guys work
like that. Oh, you're so sore. You're so sore.
How many hours a day were you rehearsing?
Oh, yeah, you want to keep rehearsing.
Yeah.
Between 6 and 8.
You don't want to go out there bad.
Yeah, but I mean, but I did this show. I did this show in February.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was just here.
You are a fan.
You are our favorite. We're so happy to have you here.
I said the only thing missing is cocktail nuts.
Yeah,
it's like,
right?
Guess what? We tried that
we
once.
did try that once. It didn't work out.
I That was like drunk history.
Exactly. Oh, I love that show.
Up in DBL. Give Mary Lou.
Oh, you know what? They do that on the match game. When we did the match game, that was pretty wild. Yeah, June 15th.
They were big kids drinking there.
They just keep loading your drink, whatever you
what
say.
I like.
So that by the second show, you're all
loose and goosey.
I don't know if you just saw, but Mary Lou just recalled that date. We'll be getting into her super memory later on the show, so stay tuned for that. Bye, guys.
Welcome back. So there's some new surveillance video that shows the former Alabama corrections officer Vicky White. It shows her checking out from a Quality Inn, as you see, on the morning of the day she disappeared with the murder suspect she's accused of helping escape from jail. Now on Friday, authorities found the getaway SUV that was used by Vicky and the inmate named Casey White. It was found in Tennessee, and now authorities are trying to piece together if they got another car. Also, they interviewed his cellmate, and the cellmate said there's no way that he's going to turn himself in. He will die. Suicide by cop. A hail of bullets is what he said.
But he's 6'9". How do you? They better have a flatbed truck. And he must be lying in the back. How do you hide somebody who's 6'9"? Unless they're dressed like Shrek and Fiona.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
That's a good call. Look how casually Mary Lou walks out. They planned this so well that they're calm.
I don't know if they planned this so well. Can we stop it? There was one door in a running car.
Because there's more, and I don't know, you guys could check this story, but I heard that she sold her house like 12 days before to get the cash. And also,
a woman
but also I think there's a car that they talked about that she purchased in cash and stashed it along their route.
All premeditated.
Yeah.
Let's see how soon he gets rid of her. Okay.
See, that's what's scary. Let me ask you, have you ever, what's the craziest thing you have ever done for love or someone has done for you in the name of love?
Well, I mean, this is pretty big for her, but I mean, I just thought showing up at the airport with lingerie and a trench coat and a limo was like kind of fun.
Did you do that?
Yeah. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I've had people like charter planes to come to see me because I was someplace and
charter
stuff like that.
Planes?
Yeah. Oh, another good one is I paid a sushi master to do a whole thing on a boat and surprised. He was my husband at the time, my second husband. So you try to get creative, with your kids and with your loved ones.
Who chartered the plane?
Would we know if you said it?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I love it.
Look at Tori over here, all excited.
Yeah, because I had a nickel every time they charter a plane. I don't have any.
What's the craziest
nickels.
thing you've ever done for love, even in your teen years?
Well, you got to think. Growing up, you don't have any money, so you have to be creative, right?
So what'd you do?
I don't know. Nothing like that.
You know what? Big Brother, proposing on Big Brother was sort of a big...
come on, Jeff. There's
What do you mean? That was cool.
In your bag of tricks. There's something in that big bag
Getting
of tricks.
proposed to on national television, that's pretty...
That's not enough for Sam.
That's not...
What about
What's
you?
yours, Hot Shot?
Yeah,
Hot
Sam, I
Shot.
feel like you're the
What about your
romantic here.
tattoo?
You're like a little...
Oh, I did get a big old tattoo with my ex. It's still there. His, I went on his social media years ago after we broke up, and he blacked his out. Mine's still there, loud and proud. But I did assign a new meaning to it. And then when I first started dating...
Did you name one of your kids after it? So
No, I would not. But when I first met Mark, my husband, he was in a band called Poinsettia, and so I stole the Poinsettia sign on Beverly and Poinsettia.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's dangerous.
She's kind of a bad
What is the
Try lingerie in the trench coat. That might be a little safer.
Yeah, we still have it.
What does the tattoo mean? What does it say?
You know what it says.
What does it say?
How does he know?
Because she said
You
it on
guys
the show.
are close.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she did.
Well, Mary Lou might not know.
Eternity. Because we thought we'd be together for eternity.
There's some copyright issues,
I was
but yes.
17.
For the word?
Eternity.
I was 17.
Airport lingerie, eternity tattoo.
Next time I'll take a page from her book. Coming up on DBL, did you know Mary Lou has a unique memory? Only shared with less than 100 people worldwide. She's going to share some brain hacks with us coming up next.
You guys.
The future of Roe v. Wade is unclear, and on social media, many are asking if the landmark case is reversed, what this will mean for medication abortion, the pills which can end a pregnancy. So let's verify. If you live in a state that bans abortion, could you order these pills from another state where it's legal? And here are sources from the George Washington University Law School, the Georgetown Law Center, and the Kaiser Family Foundation. And according to the KFF, the most common way to get a medication abortion is through a 2-drug regimen. Mifepristone, also known as RU-486, followed by misoprostol. This regimen is recommended for use at 10 weeks of pregnancy or less. And as of now, you can get prescribed these pills through a telehealth appointment in most states. So what would a post-Roe world mean for these abortion pills?
The law of the state where the patient is during the telehealth visit is what would determine what is legal or not legal.
But our experts say that enforcement is the big question. For example, if you live in West Virginia and medication abortions are banned, but a Maryland doctor prescribes the pills via telehealth, it's unclear what West Virginia could actually do about it.
How they would enforce that to the doctor in Maryland is really the question. How would they be able to track that and really enforce that?
And our experts say that enforcement would be even more difficult if a patient orders these pills from a company in another country.
Ultimately, if the state can't reach people outside the state, they may just decide to kind of criminalize women themselves.
So we can verify that no, if you live in a state that bans abortion, you cannot legally order pills from another state where it's allowed. But how this would be enforced remains a very big question. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
You know when John Lennon was killed?
Yes, that was December 8th, 1980, and that was a Monday.
A round of standard memory tests.
Go ahead and put them in the order that they were presented to you.
The public events quiz.
Delta Airline Flight 191 crashes near Dallas, Texas.
Oh, I know exactly when that happened because all of a sudden I was at it was August the 2nd of 1985. It was a Friday.
After 7 hours of grilling,
October 1st, 8th, 15th, 22nd.
McGaw and his collaborator, neuroscientist Larry Cahill, officially anointed Mary Lou Henner Superior Autobiographical Memory Subject number 6.
Extremely impressive.
Wow, this is the gift Tori wished she always had.
I pretend that I have. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Everybody thinks they have a bad memory, but they don't. There's something that you remember especially well, every single person.
Wow.
Everybody. It's what I call your primary track. It's like in the jigsaw puzzle of your life, what are your hard-edged pieces by which you can interlock the other memories to? And you have to play to your strength and figure out what that is. And you're also, everyone is a sight, sound, touch, taste, or smell person, so you have a dominant sense. And when you can cross-connect your primary tract and your dominant sense, you can figure out how you receive, retain, and then retrieve memories.
Wow.
Because we just happen to have extraordinary retrieval systems.
As humans, you mean? Yeah.
I mean, the people who have HSAM.
Yeah, because I couldn't even repeat what you just said.
Yeah.
Let alone
I have
memory.
to ask you this though. What is
putting yourself in the same category?
So we're different than you guys. No. What is
things over.
Yeah. What is your experience? It's called HSAM.
Yes.
I just wanted to know, has it ever been difficult to be able to always remember everything?
No, it's like totally organized in my brain and my soul. No, just for my husband's, as I always say, because that's why I'm on my third and final.
Feel you.
That's my job.
Feel you.
But my husband always says, my third and final husband always says, what man ever wins an argument against his wife? At least he has an excuse.
Yeah.
You know. So and you just here's the sad thing to me is that during all this memory studying, because they wired us, put us through an MRI, took 300 measurements of our brains, and found 9 areas 10 times larger than the normal brain.
Whoa.
But one thing I found out is that most people only remember 8 to 11 events within any given year of their lives.
Whoa.
And we remember like 365 or 366. But I think that the criteria is 200. That's what they say.
Well, this is why I have to ask the question, because you're remembering a lot of things, and a lot of those things are good, but a lot of those things are bad. So how do you either deal with the bad memories that are there?
Right.
How do you process that? How do you get rid of them, or do you not get rid of them?
Well,
you put them in a different file?
Memory is tied to adrenaline. So you all will remember the highs, first kiss, birth of a child, getting married, blah, 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 and the lows, getting embarrassed, having a bad breakup. So you guys will remember, most people will remember the highs and the lows. People with HSAM, we can cushion all those memories with those nice middle-of-the-road sort of our town moments. Do you know what I'm saying? So we remember everything. And also as an actress, it's been invaluable to store up those bad
I can't even
memories.
imagine.
And you're going to remember them anyway. But the more you see it, it's like seeing a scary movie. The more you see a scary movie, memory, the less affected by it you are. So processing through a bad memory is always the answer.
Now, let me ask you as a mom, did your children ever notice, okay, my mom's memory is different than other moms because she's recalling everything?
They knew. But people always say to my boys, does mom ever lose her keys? And they go, oh my gosh. She will come rushing in and she'll go, where did I put my keys? Where did I put my keys? And then you see her like stop and go, like play the movie back. It's like, oh, right. They're in the bathroom because I was in such a hurry when I came, that kind of thing. Wow. So,
there was an episode of Black Mirror that was like this, where you could see memories like through your eyes, like your contact lenses or whatever, and you could go through.
They're making a movie about that one.
Well, it's kind of like, I always think of it as scene selection on a DVD. It's like it cues up to like the date.
And is it
like,
visual like that?
It's visual. It's kind of visual. It's almost like in a timeline, and then I can go right to the date.
That's
like
bizarre.
Weird.
Yeah, so cool.
Is there something like an average person could work on, like me, to kind of lean towards where you are? The joke was laid out there. Good one. Way to pick up that apple.
I just wanted to meet you. You're talked about all the time. Now, here's the thing: that memory, because it's every day we're spending so much time like this that our attention units are not on the world, taking it in. Take in more of the world, play to your strengths. At night when you're brushing your teeth, just scroll through your day, go through the montage of your day and think like, what's worth remembering? And if you're a sound person or you're a smell or a visual person, take a picture on your iPhone and try to remember at the end of the month. Put that someplace and go, how many pictures can I remember? Because if you're only remembering 8 to 11 within a year, try to bring 3 forward every month so that at least you'll have 36 throughout the year.
Do you remember everything? Like if I told you we met 20 years ago, which we did, would you remember that?
Probably. Tell me.
It was on Sunset Boulevard. I worked at a restaurant.
I stopped cruising way before.
No. I was working at a specific clothing store. It was a clothing store, and you asked me, "Hey, when this dress comes in, will you give me a call?"
Was it not Nicole's? Where was it? On Sunset?
It was on, like where the Sunset, like not stripped, the little
you mean
mall?
Near Sunset Plaza Drive?
Yeah, Sunset Plaza Drive.
The only store I would ever go to. Was it? It wasn't there then. It was 20 years ago.
About 20 years ago. No, I'm not sure. It's when I lived in LA, but it was Kenneth Cole.
Oh, that was on the other side of Sunset.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But they didn't really have dresses. They had jackets and shoes.
Mary, I don't even remember working there. I just remember,
I tell you every day that I was at Kenneth Cole, but your hair was different then.
Wow. Well, it was not as great.
I was there on February the 13th of 2003.
Dude.
I was there on
Really?
February the 13th, 2003. Was it around that time?
That's right when I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay, so that's where I was because I was buying a Valentine's Day present.
So she remembers the present, but not you.
But I do remember.
No, she did. She said my hair was different.
I remember. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember like every time. But I got sad when they closed that show because it was right across the street from the restaurant that was so good, Silvio's and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
That's pretty wild.
Unbelievable. Okay, so you guys have to make sure you tune in all week because we'll have a Mary Lou segment every single day. You're not going to want to miss it.
And that was a Thursday, by the way.
Wow. Do you remember me not calling you back because I got fired?
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
As we enter year 3 of this pandemic, one of the big questions we have is how much protection do we get from the vaccine or from getting COVID itself? And inside this building right here in Frederick, right next to a big open field, some top doctors are trying to figure that out. So we went inside to verify.
Every single day is something new. It's always quite very interesting.
Troy Kemp has been studying COVID-19 for the last 2 years, a big pivot from what he studied before the pandemic.
My major focus was on HPV.
That is an STI that can cause cancer. In fact, the whole lab switched gears, studying COVID-19 antibodies, the disease-fighting proteins created by our bodies after infection or vaccination.
To understand how well those antibodies maintain themselves over time.
Walk me through what you guys do here. Dr. Leisha Pinto oversees the lab. She says that this work is at times tedious and time-consuming and needs to be replicated over and over to be trusted.
Thousands and thousands of times and then many thousands of plates.
She says that when the pandemic first started, it was the National Cancer Institute that asked her team to pivot away from HPV to develop and standardize a SARS-CoV-2 antibody test.
We felt like really we could help.
She explains that according to the data, vaccines will give you those valuable antibodies, at least for a while.
We just don't know how long immunity lasts because, again, that immunity is going to vary depending on the individual.
It also depends on how long it's been since the person got the shot.
That will look at all the different color ranges.
Take this tray full of blood samples. Each column represents a separate patient who either had COVID or the vaccine. And the darker the yellow, the more antibodies.
It can tell us, exactly where maybe they're 1 month out from getting the vaccine versus someone maybe over here could be 6 months out from getting the vaccine.
As for natural immunity, meaning those who got infected but not vaccinated.
The fact that you are infected, it doesn't mean that you are protected. You have a reduced risk of reinfection compared to individuals that were not infected. But you still are susceptible to infections.
Which is why Pinto says vaccination is the best way to get protection from COVID-19.
So here's the bottom line. We can verify that we do get protection from both natural immunity and vaccines. But just how long it lasts is still being studied. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
New research shows any parent can forget their kids in a hot car. Let's connect the dots. Experts with the University of South Florida say forgetting a child isn't usually a negligence problem. Instead, it's a memory problem. They found things like stress, lack of sleep, and even a change in routine are usually involved in hot car accidents. Experts add this memory issue focuses on two parts of the brain, the perspective and the semantic. Perspective memory helps us remember to do something in the future, while semantic allows drivers to make the trip from work to home with ease, like they're on autopilot. When one of these functions fail, there can be terrible consequences. So how can you avoid memory lapses? Set reminders on your phone or create visual reminders in your car. Place a diaper bag or a piece of your child's clothing in the front seat. And keep anything you need for your drive in the back seat, so you'll turn around and check no matter what.
Tomorrow on DBL, Erica Jane from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills will be here live. Is there anything she regrets from the show? Plus, we're continuing our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? With the Budweiser guy who made the "What's up" line famous. That's tomorrow, only on DBL. Oh, there'd be laugh.
Okay, Tori, welcome back. We love sharing your comments. Okay, they're all about Mary Lou. Sorry, Tori. Alex says, wow, Mary Lou, that's an amazing brain. It's so fascinating. Kendrick says, I would invite her to my party and just let her loose.
That's what you did.
Yes. That's true. Have you ever had an incident at a party where people like what Jeff did? Oh, look at me like that.
You know what a lot of people do, especially douchey guys, can I say that? Especially jerky guys. They'll come and go, remember when we out? And I'll look at them and I go, no.
Sorry, I remember, you don't. Yeah. If you guys are leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our app. But if you get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. The start of our week-long segment, Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? The original Got Milk guy will be here live, and Fred Savage under fire as he gets accused of misconduct again. We'll talk about it coming up next.
Every so often, the sun releases bursts of energy called solar flares. NASA says they're made up of electromagnetic radiation that can last for several minutes or hours. Since late March, we've seen several flares, prompting a spike in people searching for solar flares on Google, and leading to headlines that these flares create a radiation risk for Earth. So, let's verify. Do solar flares affect human health? Our sources are NASA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the Health Physics Society, and Jackie Faraday with the American Museum of Natural History. NASA says when a solar flare occurs, the sun sends out highly charged particles and X-ray radiation across space. This is powerful enough to disrupt radio communication and the accuracy of GPS, which happened over Easter weekend in Australia and parts of Asia. It occurred because radio and GPS transmit signals in the highest part of the Earth's atmosphere. However, other layers of the atmosphere and the Earth's natural magnetic field protect us here on the ground.
Magnetic field, you can think of kind of like a blanket that's protecting us. And it is preventing those charged particles that are coming from the sun from causing much damage to us here on the planet.
The Health Physics Society also says passengers on airplanes are protected because commercial planes don't fly high enough to experience the high levels of radiation from solar flares. So, no. Solar flares do not affect human health, and they can actually make for some beautiful night skies because flares are also responsible for the northern lights. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No. No.
Y'all, just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. We've got to welcome our special guest co-host, actress, author, Broadway star Mary Lou Henner. So happy to be here. So lucky to have you here. Now, Mary Lou will be with us all week, and if you guys missed the first half of the show, make sure you go to our YouTube because we had some really good Mary Lou segments.
Yes, we did.
So go to the YouTube. Okay, so we got to talk about Fred Savage. A lot of you definitely have an opinion on this. Fred Savage was fired as executive producer and director from the reboot of The Wonder Years. Now, according to Deadline, Fred was fired following multiple complaints of misconduct. A rep for 20th Television said the studio was recently made aware of allegations of inappropriate conduct by Fred, but did not go into detail on what the allegations entailed. So back in 2018, a costume designer on his show, The Grinder, filed a lawsuit accusing him of verbally assaulting and physically abusing her. Fred denied the allegations, and the case was settled out of court. Fred and his Wonder Years co-star, Jason Hervey, were hit with a sexual harassment suit filed by a costumer. That case also settled out of court. Now, as of this taping, Fred has not commented on the allegations. We did reach out to his people. Mary Lou, I know you worked with his brother. What are you thinking? Did you have any odd experiences or heard anything?
Not at all. I mean, and you never heard this about Fred. I didn't anyway, and you know, and I'm pretty wired in, but I never heard anything. And I'm very curious about, and listen, I think all people should be listened to completely, the accusers especially, you know, and I feel like what's really going on here. And it's interesting that we aren't told, so we can't even really form an opinion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I want to know, he and you know, Jason were like little boys then, so I'm curious what that was all about.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know, we do to get more on this story. We are joined by civil rights attorney Anahita Setagartfar. Okay, Anahita, first and foremost, I just want to say hello to you. I've known you for a long time. Full disclosure, great to see your face. So, what do you make of these recent allegations against Fred Savage?
Good to see you too, Sam. These allegations, this was a long time coming. I'm frankly not surprised. When my client came to me in 2018 with her allegations against Mr. Savage, we conducted our investigation and we heard about prior complaints against Mr. Savage. I think the complaints went back to the 90s. We also found during our investigation that other women on the set of The Grinder similarly were abused by Mr. Savage, and apparently nothing was done by the work. And it's truly unfortunate that it took my client having to speak out, and apparently 3 others had to come and speak out before some action was taken against him.
Wow. So what were some of the details surrounding your case against Fred back in 2018? Can you share that with us?
Yes. So my client was a costumer on the set of The Grinder. She worked directly with Mr. Savage, and she alleged in her complaint that he engaged in a pattern and practice of abuse, of harassment, of bullying, cursing at her. And she alleges, Sam, that she did what we tell all victims to do. She complained to her superiors, and they did absolutely nothing about it.
So your lawsuit came at the height of the Me Too movement just 4 years ago. So 4 years later, Fred is being accused of misconduct again. What does that say in your eyes?
Well, I am a huge supporter, as Sam knows, of the Me Too movement. I have devoted essentially my entire career to representing victims of harassment and discrimination. And, you know, collectively we said at the height of the movement, as a society, that no more will we tolerate victims being blamed. No more will victims not believed. No more will abusers who are in power get away with this. What I said back then, and I continue to say, is we still have a lot of work to do.
Well, yeah, that leads me to my question, because obviously there's going to be a legal challenge coming from these recent allegations, but who's going to be implicated? Are we talking about just Mr. Savage? Are we talking about the studio? Like, who could possibly be implicated in this?
That's a great question, and I can tell you, I predict there will be some civil lawsuits here against Mr. Savage for the misconduct. Also against the network, because in this country, in case people don't know, we have a right to work in a workplace free of discrimination, free of harassment. And if we complain to our boss or our employer and they do nothing about it, they are independently liable in court.
Anahita, we thank you for providing insight into this case. So great to see your face. We should know that we did, again, reach out to Fred Savage's reps for comment, but as of this taping, we have not heard back. Thank you, Anahita. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we got to talk about Tom Cruise also. Have you ever met Tom Cruise, by the way?
I did, yes.
Really? Okay, hold it. Can't wait. Okay. So I met him once when I gave him credentials in the garage.
In the garage.
Yeah, Sam
was a parking valet.
Yeah, very
Does that
exciting.
go with your tattoo?
I wish. So Tom Cruise may be one of the biggest stars on the planet, but lately he's been keeping a very low profile regarding his personal life. Tom has been out promoting his new film, Top Gun Maverick, but has been keeping his private life private. Even his dating life has been largely under the radar. That's a far cry from his high-profile past romances, like his marriage to Nicole Kidman in the 90s and his relationship with Katie Holmes. Got all kinds of attention, especially after he famously jumped on Oprah's couch, not once, but twice, after confessing his love for Katie. Okay, so why do you think he keeps his life so private now, especially the dating part?
Oh, I think a lot of it has to do with Scientology. I think there, maybe there's somebody else that's being chosen and they want to be really careful and, kind of thing.
As we're talking about this, you've been famous for a long time. How have you managed?
I felt famous in my neighborhood because we had the dancing school in the backyard. We were the cultural center.
So it started early. So how have you been able to stay in the public spotlight as much as you have for decades, which is hard enough on its own, but also not give too much of yourself where it might be overexposure? Like, how did you?
Well, I never had the career that Tom Cruise has had, and the people who it's like a meteor rock.
Yes, but you were also on one of the most famous television shows of all time, so you're in there as well.
Yes, absolutely. That's true. But I don't know, maybe, there wasn't all the social media then, of course. And I think, I don't know, maybe because I was always so tethered to my family and I always felt like that I wasn't a brat. Not that I'm saying Tom is a brat, but, he's
What is he like?
Yeah, tell us that story.
Oh, he was just very nice the time I met him. I only shared a dinner with him with a bunch of other people.
Wow.
But, yeah, I mean, he's so talented. But
is he the same thing of Bill Clinton, some people say, or whoever gets that when you walk into a room, everyone goes, did everyone go to Tom Cruise?
No.
No.
You weren't sitting there
like a famous dinner party.
Yeah.
I would be the whole time.
Somebody took a plane to meet you.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd be thinking it's something clever the whole time. You know what I mean?
What would you say?
No.
Well, I saw Tom Cruise and Ben Affleck at a party one time, and my buddy goes, "Look behind you." And quick story. And I looked behind me, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Tom Cruise and Ben Affleck." And I went over there to say something clever, and I just kept walking. I went to the bathroom. Yeah, I was like, I got nothing. I just kept going. What am I supposed to say? Hey guys.
You 45 minutes. I'm not surprised.
I love it. I don't even know what that means.
All right, coming up on DBL, we're kicking off our week-long classic commercial stars segment, and the original Got Milk guy, Sean Whalen. There he is. Will be here with us. We can't wait to talk with him next.
He looks the same. He does.
I wonder if he has.
Closed captioning provided by.
Tomorrow on DBL, Erica Jane will be here live. Plus, we're continuing our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? With the Budweiser guy. That's tomorrow, only on DBL.
Right here. So this jumpsuit, I don't know if any of you have lost weight. I've lost a little weight, but I don't know it, so I keep ordering the 10 when I should get the 8. We're gonna go back there.
It's called body dysmorphia. You told me I had it, and you have it too.
It's called body dysmorphia, and it's a real thing. Isn't Mary Lou just like one of us? Is that good?
I could probably wear what Tori's wearing.
It's true.
I'm a size 10 or 12.
Let's go over here. Oh, wait. It did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
Holding up. I hope so. I mean, I hope you think so too.
I think
Tighter?
Yeah.
I think you were made for this.
I love this. This is so my jam.
Tom Cruise, personally, I don't know if I get along with him, but I have to say, every movie of his, I'm obsessed with every movie.
He's great. He's great.
Okay.
You're going to ask me about
Fame and like crazy fan encounters. No. Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
This outfit, no, it just broke. Scientology is, it's like, yeah, you kind of don't go there in a way. It's just a very separate, private, it's different. And they're very litigious, so we keep our mouths quiet about it and just say, good to see you, Lydia.
Thank you.
Hey, Jeff, will you close
Since everything's filmed.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to.
What do you?
There's an open pin.
Oh yeah. Just do you want me to like?
Yeah, save her.
Do
I'll
this?
do it.
I'm a damsel. Thank you, buddy.
Look at Jeff. Jeff, you can sew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
took
could put a
comeback.
button back on.
Yeah.
I think so. Is that good?
When I
That's
came on
really
set,
good.
they put the Star Trek music on. Oh, very nice.
Who did?
But this was a very popular look. I wore
The
something like this.
jumpsuit.
Yeah, totally.
But I thought it would fit a little. It's a little unflattering.
Yeah,
so I've just
it's a little.
You know what I mean?
It needs to be taken in.
Yeah.
You have the same thing I do. You have high cleavage.
Yeah,
yeah. Mine's
bust.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then the shoulders aren't that big.
Mine's 1.5 inches higher than most women's. It's a Greek thing.
Guys, if you have questions for Mary Lou, right?
They are the jingles, the slogans, the faces we couldn't get out of our head. All this week, we're looking back at iconic commercials and finding out where these stars are now. First up, this classic commercial from 1993. Remember?
And that was the Vienna Wood Dance in B, one of my all-time favorites. And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question. It's a tough one. Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel? All right, let's go to the phones and see who's out there. Hello, for $10,000. Who shot... Excuse me? I'm afraid your time is almost up. I'm sorry, maybe next time.
Oh my gosh, I remember that commercial like it was yesterday.
That
Please
was
welcome
great.
to DBL.
Yeah.
That famous Hot Milk commercial, Sean Whalen. Yes, Sean.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I did a million commercials, right? I did all kinds of commercials. Everything from Annie Sullivan to, you know, I was the Samsonite luggage girl.
Hey.
Ring Around the Collar in Venice, Italy. But one of my things that I auditioned for and got was a Playtex Panties commercial where all you saw was my butt and the front of me. And that was the audition. It was like a Polaroid. And when you walked in for the audition, there were a million Polaroids of just people's butts and front. Okay, what was your audition like? And why do you think they picked you?
Oddly enough, I just had to wear underwear as well.
That's it?
No, it was all my character actor friends. We went to our normal, you know, we'd always go to the same places every week. You you go to a bunch, you book some, not book some. And this day they had us just shove a bunch of, they had the milk, they had empty milk, they had the bread and the peanut butter. And they said, spread it on there, put it in your mouth. They, try to answer the question. And then they didn't really have an ending. This is what I was told anyway, why I got the job. So I just shoved so much peanut butter in my mouth. Because I was younger and thinner, and my face was just packed with peanut butter when I did the audition. And then I did the whole bit. But at the end, when he loses, a lot of the guys got really mad, and they threw the phone and they screamed and they yelled and they were so mad, and I was the only one who looked at it and kind of went, my life is a joke, Everything I worked for is over. And I said it with kind of a sadness and depression that they said gave the commercial an arc, and that's why they liked it, and supposedly that's
there
what
you go.
I love it. I love hearing behind the scenes stories of how people actually got the part too. You did knock it out of the park, but the commercial was actually directed by Michael Bay. That's crazy. What was it like working with that guy? And I guess a lot of viewers want to know, how much peanut butter and milk did you actually have to eat for that commercial?
All right, so number one, people just said, Michael just doesn't like people who are afraid of him, so give him a hard time right off the bat, and he'll love that. So he walked up and said, hey, I want you to do what you did in the audition. We're going to do it over and over again, and that's what we're going to do. And I was like, okay, Sergeant, yes, sir. Whoa. Just make sure I don't get a beating, and I just made a joke, and he just went, and he laughed, and he went back, and that was it. So that was good. And then I ate peanut butter continuously for 12 hours.
Wow.
I'd have
Oh my
four
gosh.
people in the I'd do a take, spit it out. Next person would give me water. I'd rinse, spit it out. Next person had Q-tips, rinse my mouth, or wipe my mouth clean. Next person handed me another piece of peanut butter, and we just went over and over and over.
Wow.
We did that all day. And, but I can tell you, I sometimes they would go, whoa, stop, we have a technical issue. And I'm just sitting there with my mouth full of peanut butter, and our bodies are amazing. And it started to digest the peanut butter and would just slowly go down my throat. And then I have to wait and spit that out and start all over again. Wow. I mean, it was nuts. But at the end of the thing, I had like 7 or 8 canker sores. My lips were dry and
you need like
I
hazard
could not
pay.
eat peanut butter. I couldn't even smell peanut butter for like 3 years.
I was gonna ask you, you're like, no Skippy for me. Okay, this commercial aired on repeat for years. What was the fame like, and how many people do you still get that are like, Amber? Like, do you have any memorable?
Especially since
Well,
Hamilton.
it was called a local commercial because it was just for California state. And as soon as that aired, I would just get people over and over again. One guy was yelling at me, just going, "Why didn't you spit it out? Why didn't you spit it out?" And I was like, "It's pretend," and I'm saying again,
it's fictional.
And I didn't get a chance for $10,000. And then the funniest thing was a guy pulled up to me and said, "Oh, Raymond Burr." And I laughed. I go, "Oh my God, they said Raymond Burr." But the majority of people to this day never say Aaron Burr. They say Alan Burr, Adam Burr, or Raymond Burr.
Wow.
No one
still
knows.
don't know.
Even with Hamilton, I can't
know.
Yeah.
You would think, I mean, this is such an iconic commercial. I have to think, imagine this changed your life. So how did this change your life?
It changed. Well, the main thing, what was crazy, it was since it was a local commercial, I was making no money. I mean, it was
I thought
very
you were
low,
sitting on that commercial money. I thought you've been floating on that for a while.
Well, because it was local, and so it was like after I'd make like a few $100s a quarter after taxes and stuff. But it was seen by everybody, and one girl in my acting class came up to me and said, "Hey, you're the guy in the milk commercial?" I said, "Yes," and she said, "Well, I work at Amblin Entertainment, and your life's going to change." And I go, "Amblin?" She goes, "Yeah, it's Steven Spielberg's company." And I said, "How so?" She goes, "He loves that commercial, and he always uses people that he thinks are new faces." So 2 years later, I walked in and got Twister.
Wow.
We got the movie Twister.
Dang. And you've done a number of things. Not just Twister.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, maybe this commercial launched your career, but you've had quite the career as a character actor.
Yeah, I mean, it killed my commercial career. I had a great commercial career before this commercial, but I was done. I mean, there would be so much of a better story if my mouth was full of peanut butter and I was in a gutter just pouring milk on my head. It would be better for you guys.
I love
More edgy. I'm so sorry I didn't have a better story. But anyway, it really launched my commercial career. But then you always get in that thing, they're like, "We want you to make funny faces and always have food in your mouth." And you're like,
let's move on. Been there, done that. Exactly. Well, we appreciate you. Yeah, we have viewers writing in saying that this was a viral moment before like viral became a thing.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
DBL Nation, to keep up with everything Sean is doing, follow him on social media, especially his TikTok. It's great at Sean Whalen Actor. Thank you, Sean.
That was good stuff.
Yep, we'll be right
Thank
back.
you, guys.
Bye.
Hey, if you think I look the same, my full head says different.
The future of Roe v. Wade is unclear, and on social media, many are asking if the landmark case is reversed, what this will mean for medication abortion, the pills which can end a pregnancy. So let's verify. If you live in a state that bans abortion, could you order these pills from another state where it's legal? And here are our sources from the George Washington University Law School, the Georgetown Law Center, and the Kaiser Family Foundation. And according to the KFF, the most common way to get a medication abortion is through a 2-drug regimen. Mifepristone, also known as RU-486, followed by misoprostol. This regimen is recommended for use at 10 weeks of pregnancy or less. And as of now, you can get prescribed these pills through a telehealth appointment in most states.
So what would a post-Roe world mean for these abortion pills?
The law of the state where the patient is during the telehealth visit is what would determine what is legal or not legal.
But our experts say that enforcement is the big question. For example, if you live in West Virginia and medication abortions are banned, but a Maryland doctor prescribes the pills via telehealth, it's unclear what West Virginia could actually do about it.
How they would enforce that to the doctor in Maryland is really the question. How would they be able to track that and really enforce that?
And our experts say that enforcement would be even more difficult if a patient orders these pills from a company in another country.
Ultimately, if the state can't reach people outside the state, they may just decide to kind of criminalize women themselves.
So we can verify that no, if you live in a state that bans abortion, you cannot legally order pills from another state where it's allowed. But how this would be enforced remains a very big question. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Welcome back to DBL. Did you guys watch the Kentucky Derby over the weekend?
I did.
Woo!
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been. Okay. There was a huge upset. Rich Strike, the dark horse, long shot, surprised everyone by winning. But aside from the racing, fashion also took center stage. Celebs like NSYNC's Joey Fatone showed up in style with his daughter, and Michael Phelps also embraced the floral theme with his wife. Bobby Brown showed up in head-to-toe yellow with his wife. But everyone is talking about Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, Danny Lynn, who showed up in this colorful dress with her dad, Larry Burkhead, who commented on how much the 15-year-old looks like her mom. Speaking of which, or of twinning rather, Danny Lynn changed into the outfit for the Derby Gala, which was the same suit Janet Jackson wore almost 2 decades ago. Here's Janet in the outfit back in 2003. And then Janet, who performed at the gala, also posed with Danny Lynn. Crazy, right? Wow. How crazy. I mean, she never really got to know her mom, clearly, but she looks just like her.
She looks just like her, and she's always at the Derby. That's the only time we get to see her. So if they did, so what does she do the rest of the year? Don't you want to like see some pictures of her in like normal clothes?
Yes.
Just
maybe she's trying to brand herself as like, I'm the Derby person. That's all I do all year.
You've been to the Derby.
I have been to the Derby.
What did you wear?
Nothing. Like I didn't.
You were naked?
I didn't have a fancy. I was down in Louisville for like basically the whole summer shooting a show for MTV. And I really got an idea of just, yes, we talk about the Derby, but Louisville has its own culture, like the way that they cook and the way that they eat and have people over, and how the passion with their food and like their drink that goes with it. Obviously, they make Maker's Mark there, I believe. So
what are you talking about?
I'm saying it's its own unique place.
What about you never wore an outfit?
Why would I wear a hat to the Derby?
That's what you did.
Why wouldn't you wear a hat to the Derby?
I didn't think guys wore hats.
Yeah.
The guys don't.
Michael Phelps didn't have a hat on.
That's true. I think it's interesting the juxtaposition of what you said, which is we rarely see her, and how much we saw Anna Nicole. So like, good on Larry Burkhead if that's what she wants, to really keep her quite private. The last time I saw her, she was like an infant. Right. So good on him to just not go down that path.
Yeah.
And good on whoever played that horse, because it was 80-1.
Yeah. I know, it was like insane. My son was so upset because he loves to gamble and everything.
Me too. And my neighbor,
I think I should have put some money on it anyway.
And my neighbor Rich came over and he was helping me cook, and we were too distracted with cooking. His name's Rich. We just would have put $2 on that horse. That was the universe telling us.
Yeah. Forget stats. You have to go with your gut feeling on the names.
I picked the 2-horse. It was like Happy Jack or something.
Did he win?
What do you mean did he win?
No, I know, but did he win something?
No, so when the race ended, I go, oh my God, the 2-horse won, because it was 2 and the jockey was covering the 1. And I'm like, there's 21 horses in this race? For 5 seconds, I was super happy.
Embarrassing.
No, it was great. I got that feeling for 5 minutes.
And then you crashed.
5 seconds. And then I went and cried.
We'll be right back.
In the dark.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
As we enter year 3 of this pandemic, one of the big questions we have is how much protection do we get from the vaccine or from getting COVID itself? And inside this building right here in Frederick, right next to a big open field, some top doctors are trying to figure that out. So we went inside to verify.
Every single day is something new. It's always quite very interesting.
Troy Kemp has been studying COVID-19 for the last 2 years, a big pivot from what he studied before the pandemic.
My major focus was on HPV.
That is an STI that can cause cancer. In fact, the whole lab switched gears, studying COVID-19 antibodies, the disease-fighting proteins created by our bodies after infection or vaccination.
To understand how well those antibodies maintain themselves over time.
Walk me through what you guys do here.
Dr. Leisha Pinto oversees the lab. She says that this work is at times tedious and time-consuming and needs to be replicated over and over to be trusted.
Thousands and thousands of times, and then many thousands of plates.
She says that when the pandemic first started, it was the National Cancer Institute that asked her team to pivot away from HPV to develop and standardize a SARS-CoV-2 antibody test.
We felt like really we could help
She explains that according to the data, vaccines will give you those valuable antibodies, at least for a while.
We just don't know how long immunity lasts because, again, that immunity is going to vary depending on the individual.
It also depends on how long it's been since the person got the shot.
That will look at all the different color ranges.
Take this tray full of blood samples. Each column represents a separate patient who either had COVID or the vaccine. And the darker the yellow, the more antibodies.
It can tell us, exactly where maybe they're 1 month out from getting the vaccine versus someone maybe over here could be 6 months out from getting the vaccine.
As for natural immunity, meaning those who got infected but not vaccinated.
The fact that you are infected, it doesn't mean that you are protected. You have a reduced risk of reinfection compared to individuals that were not infected. But you still are susceptible to infections.
Which is why Pinto says vaccination is the best way to get protection from COVID-19.
So here's the bottom line. We can verify that we do get protection from both natural immunity and vaccines, but just how long it lasts is still being studied. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
New research shows any parent can forget their kids in a hot car. Let's connect the dots. Experts with the University of South Florida say forgetting a child isn't usually a negligence problem. Instead, it's a memory problem. They found things like stress, lack of sleep, and even a change in routine are usually involved in hot car accidents. Experts add this memory issue focuses on two parts of the brain, the perspective and the semantic. Perspective memory helps us remember to do something in the future, while semantic allows drivers to make the trip from work to home with ease, like they're on autopilot. When one of these functions fail, there can be terrible consequences. So how can you avoid memory lapses? Set reminders on your phone or create visual reminders in your car. Place a diaper bag or a piece of your child's clothing in the front seat. And keep anything you need for your drive in the back seat, so you'll turn around and check no matter what.
Welcome back. Lots of comments again about Mary Lou. Barbara says, what a great attitude she has. Instead of her memory being a burden, it is a gift.
Yes. Thank you.
You could take it the other way. You're absolutely right.
Well, some of the people do, but not me. I was like, no.
Julia says, I wish I could remember why I walk into a room.
Too many mint juleps.
Exactly. Ashley says, love the extra sunshine Mary Lou brings.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
I know, Mary Lou. Do you wake up happy every day?
I'm a pretty happy person, you know. I've always like, well, what? I'm going to remember it anyway, so it better be a good day.
What a great attitude.
True. And Mary Lou's going to be with us all week. Lucky us. DBL's new every day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Mary Lou Henner joins the DBL panel in studio, and she'll be here all week long. What's her take on today's hottest topics? Fred Savage gets fired from the Wonder Years reboot after an investigation into inappropriate conduct. Will this be another case of cancel culture? We're kicking off our special segment, Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now?, with the original Got Milk guy live. And Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, Danny Lynn, dazzles at the Kentucky Derby.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Just stop. Finally here, drum roll.
Special day today. Welcome to DBL. We've got our special guest co-host, Mary Lou Henner.
It was either allowing me to come here as a co-host or it was going to be a restraining order. I'm so obsessed with you guys. And we're almost having our first year anniversary.
I know.
May 14th.
See how she remembers everything.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that because, yes, she is such a gift, you guys. But, of course, you guys know her from everything from her iconic role in the hit 70s sitcom Taxi or Evening Shade, Broadway, Dancing with the Stars, New York Times bestselling author, also on The Apprentice twice. You were on the All-Stars as well. Yeah, I know. You do it all. You do it all. We're so lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. When Bert called me, it was like, yes, jumping on the bed.
And Mary, and just so our viewers know, Mary Lou is going to be here all week.
Yes.
In the flesh. She used to jet off to LA, come back.
I know. You know what? Let's see how much love I get on Friday. There's a lot right now in the room, but let's see.
Okay, we'll see. All right, so all the stars were posting to social media yesterday. Did you see? In honor of Mother's Day, of course, including Mariah Carey, Nick Jonas, and Priyanka Chopra, shared the first picture of their daughter. And Winona Judd, who posted this throwback photo saying how much she missed her mom. I know it made me get teary-eyed. Did you guys see this? This is J-Lo and Ben. This is a throwback video of them courtside wishing their moms a happy Mother's Day.
Babies.
Meantime, Sherry Shepherd had something very interesting to say, and I feel like a lot of moms can relate. She said it's her biggest insecurity because she always feels like she's doing something wrong. Now, we're so lucky to also have you here because you're a mother of two.
Yes.
We were talking about your sons. You were glowing in the makeup room, but you also are an author of a book about parenting.
I know.
How to not raise a brat.
No, it's called I Refuse to Raise a Brat.
Bravo.
Because it could be called I Refuse to Date a Brat because little brats turn into big brats.
Yes.
So you can kind of find, your kind of brat that you're like looking for. And here's the thing, a guilty parent is the worst parent. It's really about bringing up your children with the right balance of frustration and gratification. And it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times parents want to be the best friend instead of being the parent. They don't want to have boundaries, or you're competing in a divorce situation with a parent who's like doing the opposite.
Wow.
I remember when my son Nicky was 2.5, and he was like saying he wanted something that one of his friends had, and he was like, I won't give this to me. You're a bad mommy. And I said, you're not supposed to point. He said, you're a bad mommy.
That's a creative kid.
Yes. So I never minded being the bad mommy. You know what I mean? Because sometimes kids have to have boundaries, and they will come bouncing off of all of that. But once that stick turns blue, it's that pilot light in your life. It could be like the high fire, or it's like, but it's always there.
Yeah.
It's the most important thing to do.
I learned about boundaries teaching 7th grade, 5 years.
Yeah.
And like there's always this thing like you want to be the cool, hey, Mr. Schroeder, how you doing? It's like, yes, you can have some of that towards the end of the year after you've already put some credibility in, like, hey, you have plenty of friends here at the school. I'm not your friend. I'm here to teach you and to give you an environment to grow and thrive in, and everything wants boundaries. And it seems like you wouldn't want to do that to something you love, but if you really love your kids, your friends, you're raising a puppy, it needs boundaries. Otherwise, it's going to run wild and it's going to blame you for it because it's not going to be accepted.
And your kids peeing on the kitchen floor.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Been there. I've been there. You said something the other day, if you're comfortable sharing it. If not, you can just give us a Reader's Digest version.
Run away.
But no, I thought it was really important because you brought up boundaries and discipline. Both of you did. Your disciplinarian method the other day turned into a bonding experience. If you want to share that. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, but just because like you said, Mary Lou, you don't want to be the bad guy, right? Because you're their parent. You want to be the cool dad, but sometimes you have to, tell them what's right or wrong. And in this case, my wife was embarrassed, like I'm sure you were at times, taking the boys to school, and my oldest boy was acting out a little bit and like pulling on her. and he was tired, and Jordan came home, my wife, and said she was embarrassed. So I had a long talk with him. I picked him up, and we took a long drive and talked about respect.
How old is he?
5.
Okay.
But how old school? They got in the car?
Yeah, so he took him for a drive, and I'm like, I know you don't know the word respect, but you respect your family, you respect your mother, number one, and you respect people in your class. If someone's making fun of somebody, you respect that person, right? And we had a long talk and maybe a little emotional. He wasn't receiving it well, but I could hear he was hearing because he was crying. And then a week later, fast forward, and he was drawing something, and the little one said something, and Lawson goes, hey, you respect mommy.
Yeah.
You know, so it got in there. It got in there.
And it's hard to be that person. You know? Like you're setting boundaries for like bedtimes and, like 2 stories, because otherwise they'll get like 6 water glasses.
Oh my gosh.
They set their watch and they don't even have one. You know what I mean? They know, I'll wear them down. I'll wear them down. And your word has to mean something, and that's the most important thing.
What was now we all have young kids. Yours are getting up there though. But what would be your advice now that your kids are grown to some of the younger parents out there?
Or to me.
Okay, well, you're going to make mistakes no matter what you do. Try not to feel guilty about everything. I'll tell you one of the big mistakes that I think women make is that they apologize for their job, or their fathers do, like, oh, I have to go to work now, blah, blah. And it's like, if the kid thinks like you're not enjoying your work, then they feel like, well, why are you letting it take you away from me? Let it take you away from me. And so if you say, no, I love my job, I love you, it's like a respect for your time.
Right.
And that's one of the best things that you can do for your kids, because then they learn to respect their time as well. And keep the creativity coming. That's really important. We play a game called the Stair Game, and you can play with all kinds of great kids and ages. And you sit at the top of our stairs, and you can ask kids questions, and they move down a stair, and they feel like, and you can do it with a 2-year-old, you can do it with a 6-year-old, you could do it with a 12-year-old, and I do it with my husband.
Every time they answer a question,
they move down a stair. And you sort of and you could say to like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, how do you spell the word I? And then, they say I, and it goes, yeah! So you play the Stair Game. You have to they're not like this all the time.
That's the problem. That is the problem.
But babysitter.
I am glad, though, again, I'm not a mom, and I don't know this, but I'm glad it's in the conversation, that it's not perfect 1950s, that we are talking about it, and I'm so, so lucky to have that, because that's real.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes there's too much talk about it.
I don't even know how it got to there being the perfect parent. Who is? Who's the perfect person? I don't know how it got there.
No. Not a perfect anything.
Exactly.
No.
Progress, not perfection.
That's right, except for me.
The future you. Yeah.
Coming up on DBL, trouble for Fred Savage. I know you've worked with him. We're going to get to that.
Well, his brother.
Yep, okay, that's right. After getting accused of inappropriate conduct. Now, an attorney whose client sued Fred in the past will be here with us live. What did she make of these new allegations? Plus, new clues in that wild case of the missing inmate and corrections officer. Find out where the officer was spotted on surveillance. And as we mentioned, Mary Lou Henner is going to be here all week long. For her. Or comment, email info@dailyblastlive.com or find us on social media. Just search Daily Blast Live.
Closed captioning provided by
Daily Blast Live is always focused, always ready, always on cue, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day.
It's a 1 hour.
Hi, DBL Nation. Kelly Schuberth here. We are here with Mary Lou Henner all week. We are so excited. Now, Mary Lou, you're here with us all week, but I hear you have a special event tonight. Can you tell us about it?
Well, it's kind of a surprise.
It's a surprise, so no.
So no.
Yeah, so no, but wait to see that, guys, later this week. But Mary Lou, when's the last time you did live TV?
Live TV? Well, you mean, but like not on Zoom and stuff like that?
Exactly.
Well, Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. Okay.
How scary is that?
Was November.
Is it terrifying?
We'll talk.
Okay. Yeah. We'll have to talk.
You and I are outgoing, but I think it's still scary.
Oh, it's scary. No, it's scary. It's scary because it's very different, and you've got to have the right partner.
Yeah, that makes all
you have to jive with your partner.
You have to jive with your partner.
Have
That's
the
a tough
chemistry
one.
there.
Yeah,
that's scary.
It's crazy.
Dancing. I can't even imagine that.
Dancing with the Stars. No, I can't either.
It's pretty wild. No. You're just thinking it's not a sprint; it's a marathon. I gotta like pace myself and stuff. But I would like wake up in the morning and have like heat on my calves, and ice on my feet.
Yeah, you guys work
things like
so
that.
hard.
Oh, you're so sorry. You're so sorry.
How many hours a day were you rehearsing?
Oh, yeah, you want to keep rehearsing.
Yeah.
Between 6 and 8.
You don't want to go out there bad.
Yeah, but I mean, but I did this show. I did this show in February.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was just here.
You are favorite. You are our favorite. We're so happy to have you here.
I said the only thing missing is cocktail nuts.
Yeah,
it's like,
right?
Guess what? We tried that once.
Try that once. It didn't work out.
I was like drunk history, right?
Exactly. Oh, I love
like,
that
count up and DBL. Forgive Mary Lou.
Oh, you know what? They do that on the match game. When we did the match game, that was pretty wild. Yeah, June 15th.
They were big kids drinking there.
They just keep loading your drink, whatever
That's
you
what
say.
I like.
So that by the second show, you're all
loose and goosey.
I don't know if you just saw, but Mary Lou just recalled that date. We'll be getting into her super memory later on the show, so stay tuned for that. Bye, guys.
Welcome back. So there's some new surveillance video that shows the former Alabama corrections officer Vicky White. It shows her checking out from a Quality Inn, as you see, on the morning of the day she disappeared with the murder suspect she's accused of helping escape from jail. Now on Friday, authorities found the getaway SUV that was used by Vicky and the inmate named Casey White. It was found in Tennessee, and now authorities are trying to piece together if they got another car. Also, they interviewed his cellmate, and the cellmate said there's no way that he's going to turn himself in. He will die. Suicide by cop. A hail of bullets is what he said.
But he's 6'9". How do you? They better have a flatbed truck. And he must be lying in the back. How do you hide somebody who's 6'9"? Unless they're dressed like Shrek and Fiona.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
That's a good call. Look how casually Mary Lou she walks out. They planned this so well that they're calm.
I don't know if they planned this so well. Can we stop it? There was one door in a running
No, because there's more, and I don't know, you guys could check this story, but I heard that she sold her house like 12 days before to get the cash. And also,
a woman in love.
But also, I think there's a car that they talked about that she purchased in cash and stashed it along their route.
All premeditated.
Yeah. Let's see how soon he gets rid of her. Okay.
See, that's what's scary. Let me ask you: have you ever? What's the craziest thing you have ever done for love, or someone has done for you in the name of love?
Well, I mean, this is pretty big for her, but I mean, I just thought showing up at the airport with lingerie and a trench coat and a limo was like kind of fun.
Did you do that?
Yeah. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I've had people like charter planes to come to see me because I was someplace and
charter
stuff like
planes?
that. Yeah. Oh, another good one is I paid a sushi master to do a whole thing on a boat and surprised. He was my husband at the time, my second husband. So you try to get creative, with your kids and with your loved ones.
Who chartered the plane?
Yeah. Would we know if you said it?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I love it. Look at Tori over here, all excited.
Yeah, because I had a nickel every time they charter a plane.
I don't have any. What's the craziest thing you've ever done for love, even in your teen years?
Well, you got to think. Growing up, you don't have any money, so you have to be creative, right?
So what'd you do?
I don't know. Nothing like that.
You know what? Big Brother, proposing on Big Brother was sort of a big.
Come on, Jeff. There's
what do you mean? That was cool.
In your bag of tricks, there's something in that big bag of tricks.
Getting proposed to on national television, that's pretty.
That's not enough for Sam.
That's not.
What about
What's yours, Hot Shot?
Yeah,
Hot
Sam,
Shot.
I feel like you're the romantic
what about your tattoo?
You're like a little.
Oh, I did get a big old tattoo with my ex. It's still there. His I went on his social media years ago after we broke up, and he blacked his out. Mine's still there, loud and proud. But I did assign a new meaning to it. And then when I first started dating,
did you name one of your kids after it? So
no, I would not. But when I first met Mark, my husband, he was in a band called Poinsettia, and so I stole the Poinsettia sign on Beverly and Poinsettia.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's dangerous.
She's kind of a bad.
What is the
my lingerie and the trench coat? That might be a little safer.
Yeah, we still have it.
What does the tattoo mean? What does it say?
You know what it says.
What does it say?
How does he know?
Because she said
You
it on
guys
the show.
are close.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she did.
Well, Mary Lou might not know.
Eternity. Because we thought we'd be together for eternity.
There's some copyright
I was
issues, but yes.
17.
For the word?
Eternity.
I was 17.
Airport lingerie, eternity tattoo.
Next time I'll take a page from her book. Coming up on DBL, did you know Mary Lou has a unique memory? Only shared with less than 100 people worldwide. She's going to share some brain hacks with us coming up next.
The future of Roe v. Wade is unclear, and on social media, many are asking if the landmark case is reversed, what this will mean for medication abortion, the pills which can end a pregnancy. So let's verify. If you live in a state that bans abortion, could you order these pills from another state where it's legal? And here are our sources from the George Washington University Law School, the Georgetown Law Center, and the Kaiser Family Foundation. And according to the KFF, the most common way to get a medication abortion is through a 2-drug regimen. Mifepristone, also known as RU-486, followed by misoprostol. This regimen is recommended for use at 10 weeks of pregnancy or less. And as of now, you can get prescribed these pills through a telehealth appointment in most states.
So what would a post-Roe world mean for these abortion pills?
The law of the state where the patient is during the telehealth visit is what would determine what is legal or not legal.
But our experts say that enforcement is the big question. For example, if you live in West Virginia and medication abortions are banned, but a Maryland doctor prescribes the pills via telehealth, it's unclear what West Virginia could actually do about it.
How they would enforce that to the doctor in Maryland is really the question. How would they be able to track that and really enforce that?
And our experts say that enforcement would be even more difficult if a patient orders these pills from a company in another country.
Ultimately, if the state can't reach people outside the state, they may just decide to kind of criminalize women themselves.
So we can verify that no, if you live in a state that bans abortion, you cannot legally order pills from another state where it's allowed. But how this would be enforced remains a very big question. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
You know when John Lennon was killed?
Yes, that was December 8th, 1980, and that was a Monday.
A round of standard memory tests.
Go ahead and put them in the order that they were presented to you.
The public events quiz.
Delta Airline Flight 191 crashes near Dallas, Texas.
Oh, I know exactly when that happened because all of a sudden I was at it was August the 2nd of 1985. It was a Friday.
After 7 hours of grilling,
October 1st, 8th, 15th, 22nd.
McGaw and his collaborator, neuroscientist Larry Cahill, officially anointed Mary Lou Henner Superior Autobiographical Memory Subject number 6.
Extremely impressive.
Wow, this is the gift Tori wished she always had.
I pretend that I have.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Everybody thinks they have a bad memory, but they don't. There's something that you remember especially well, every single person.
Wow.
Everybody. It's what I call your primary track. It's like in the jigsaw puzzle of your life, what are your hard-edged pieces by which you can interlock the other memories to? And you have to play to your strength and figure out what that is. And you're also, everyone is a sight, sound, touch, taste, or smell person, so you have a dominant sense. And when you can cross-connect your primary tract and your dominant sense, you can figure out how you receive, retain, and then retrieve memories.
Wow.
Because we just happen to have extraordinary retrieval systems.
As humans, you mean? Yeah.
I mean, the people who have HSAM.
Yeah, because I couldn't even repeat what you just said.
Yeah.
Let alone
I have
memory.
to ask you this though. What is
putting yourself in the same category?
So we're different than you guys. No. What is your experience? It's called HSAM.
Yes.
I just wanted to know, has it ever been difficult to be able to always remember everything?
No, it's like totally organized in my
But
brain and my soul. No, just for my husband's, as I always say, because that's why I'm on my third and final.
Feel you.
That's my job.
Feel you.
But my husband always says, my third and final husband always says, what man ever wins an argument against his wife? At least he has an excuse.
Yeah.
You know. So and you just here's the sad thing to me is that during all this memory studying, because they wired us, put us through an MRI, took 300 measurements of our brains, and found 9 areas 10 times larger than the normal brain.
Whoa.
But one thing I found out is that most people only remember 8 to 11 events within any given year of their lives. Whoa. And we remember like 365 or 366. But I think that the criteria is 200. That's what they say.
Well, this is why I have to ask the question, because you're remembering a lot of things, and a lot of those things are good, but a lot of those things are bad. So how do you either deal with the bad memories that are there?
Right.
How do you process that? How do you get rid of them, or do you not get rid of them?
Well,
you put them in a different file?
Memory memory is tied to adrenaline. So you all will remember the highs, first kiss, birth of a child, getting married, blah, 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 and the lows, you know, getting embarrassed, having a bad breakup. So you guys will remember, most people will remember the highs and the lows. People with HSAM, we can cushion all those memories with those nice middle-of-the-road sort of our town moments. Do you know what I'm saying? So we remember everything. And also as an actress, it's been invaluable to store up those bad
I can't even
memories.
imagine.
And you're going to remember them anyway. But the more you see it, it's like seeing a scary movie. The more you see a scary movie, the less affected by it you are. So processing through a bad memory is always the answer.
Now, let me ask you as a mom, did your children ever notice, okay, my mom's memory is different than other moms because she's recalling everything?
They knew. But people always say to my boys, does mom ever lose her keys? And they go, oh my gosh. She will come rushing in and she'll go, where did I put my keys? Where did I put my keys? And then you see her like stop and go, like play the movie back. It's like, oh, right. They're in the bathroom because I was in such a hurry when I came, you know, that kind of thing. Wow. So,
there was an episode of Black Mirror that was like this, where you could see memories like through your
eyes,
like your contact lenses or whatever, and you could go through.
They're making a movie about that one.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, I always think of it as scene selection on a DVD. You know, it's like it cues up to like the date.
And is it
like,
visual like that?
It's visual. It's kind of visual. It's almost like in a timeline, and then I can go right to the date.
That's bizarre.
Weird.
It's so cool.
Is there something like an average person could work on, like me, to kind of lean towards where you are? The joke was laid out there. Good one. Way to pick up that apple.
I always wanted to meet you. You're talked about all the time. Now, here's the thing: that memory, because it's every day we're spending so much time like this that our attention units are not on the world, taking it in. Take in more of the world, play to your strengths. At night when you're brushing your teeth, just scroll through your day, go through the montage of your day and think like, what's worth remembering? And if you're a sound person or you're a smell or a visual person, take a picture on your iPhone and try to remember at the end of the month. Put that someplace and go, how many pictures can I remember? Because if you're only remembering 8 to 11 within a year, try to bring 3 forward every month so that at least you'll have 36 throughout the year.
Do you remember everything? Like if I told you we met 20 years ago, which we did, would you remember that?
Probably. Tell me.
It was on Sunset Boulevard. I worked at a restaurant.
I stopped cruising way before.
No. I was working at a specific clothing store. It was a clothing store, and you asked me, hey, when this dress comes in, will you give me a call?
Was it not Nicole's? Where was it? On Sunset?
It was on, you know, like where the Sunset, like not stripped, the little
you mean
mall?
Near Sunset Plaza Drive?
Yeah, Sunset Plaza Drive.
The only store I would ever go to. Was it? It wasn't there then. It was 20 years ago.
About 20 years ago. No, I'm not sure. It's when I lived in LA, but it was Kenneth Cole.
Oh, that was on the other side of Sunset.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But they didn't really have dresses. They had jackets and shoes.
I don't even remember working there. I just remember,
every day that I was at Kenneth Cole, which her hair was different then.
Wow. Well, it was not as great.
I was there on February the 13th of 2003.
Dude.
I was there on February the 13th, 2003. Was it around that time?
That's right when I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay, so that's where I was because I was buying a Valentine's Day present.
So she remembers the present, but not you.
But I do remember.
No, she did. She said my hair was different.
I remember. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember like every time. But I got sad when they closed that show because it was right across the street from the restaurant that was so good, Silvio's and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
That's pretty wild.
Unbelievable. Okay, so you guys have to make sure you tune in all week because we'll have a Mary Lou segment every single day. You're not going to want to miss it.
And that was a Thursday, by the way.
Wow. Do you remember me not calling you back because I got fired?
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
As we enter year 3 of this pandemic, one of the big questions we have is how much protection do we get from the vaccine or from getting COVID itself? And inside this building right here in Frederick, right next to a big open field, some top doctors are trying to figure that out. So we went inside to verify.
Every single day is something new. It's always quite very interesting.
Troy Kemp has been studying COVID-19 for the last 2 years, a big pivot from what he studied before the pandemic.
My major focus was on HPV.
That is an STI that can cause cancer. In fact, the whole lab switched gears, studying COVID-19 antibodies, the disease-fighting proteins created by our bodies after infection or vaccination.
To understand how well those antibodies maintain themselves over time.
Walk me through what you guys do here.
Dr. Leisha Pinto oversees the lab. She says that this work is at times tedious and time-consuming and needs to be replicated over and over to be trusted.
Thousands and thousands of times, and then many, many thousands of plates.
She says that when the pandemic first started, it was the National Cancer Institute that asked her team to pivot away from HPV to develop and standardize a SARS-CoV-2 antibody test.
We felt like really we could help.
She explains that according to the data, vaccines will give you those valuable antibodies, at least for a while.
We just don't know how long immunity lasts because, again, that immunity is going to vary depending on the individual.
It also depends on how long it's been since the person got the shot.
They'll look at all the different color ranges.
Take this tray full of blood samples. Each column represents a separate patient who either had COVID or the vaccine. And the darker the yellow, the more antibodies.
You can tell us, exactly where maybe they're 1 month out from getting the vaccine versus someone maybe over here could be 6 months out from getting the vaccine.
As for natural immunity, meaning those who got infected but not vaccinated.
The fact that you are infected, it doesn't mean that you are protected. You have a reduced risk of reinfection compared to individuals that were not infected. But you still are susceptible to infections.
Which is why Pinto says vaccination is the best way to get protection from COVID-19. So here's the bottom line. We can verify that we do get protection from both natural immunity and vaccines, but just how long it lasts is still being studied. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
New research shows any parent can forget their kids in a hot car. Let's connect the dots. Experts with the University of South Florida say forgetting a child isn't usually a negligence problem. Instead, it's a memory problem. They found things like stress, lack of sleep, and even a change in routine are usually involved in hot car accidents. Experts add this memory issue focuses on 2 parts of the brain, the perspective and the semantic. Perspective memory helps us remember to do something in the future, while semantic allows drivers to make the trip from work to home with ease, like they're on autopilot. When one of these functions fail, there can be terrible consequences. So how can you avoid memory lapses? Set reminders on your phone or create visual reminders in your car. Place a diaper bag or a piece of your child's clothing in the front seat. And keep anything you need for your drive in the back seat, so you'll turn around and check no matter what.
Tomorrow on DBL, Erica Jane from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills will be here live. Is there anything she regrets from the show? Plus, we're continuing our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? With the Budweiser guy who made the "What's Up" line famous. That's tomorrow, only on DBL. There'd be loud. Okay, Tori, welcome back. We love sharing your comments. Okay, they're all about Mary Lou. Sorry, Tori. Alex says, wow, Mary Lou, that's an amazing brain. It's so fascinating. Kendrick says, I would invite her to my party and just let her loose.
That's what you did.
Yes. That's true.
Have you ever had an incident at a party where people like what Jeff did?
Oh,
look at me like that.
You know what a lot of people do, especially jerky, douchey guys, can I say that? Especially jerky guys, they'll come and go, remember when we wrote? And I'll look at them and I go, no.
Sorry, I remember, you don't.
Yeah.
If you guys are leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our app. But if you get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. The start of our week-long segment, Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? The original Got Milk guy will be here live, and Fred Savage under fire as he gets accused of misconduct again. We'll talk about it coming up next.
Every so often, the sun releases bursts of energy called solar flares. NASA says they're made up of electromagnetic radiation that can last for several minutes or hours. Since late March, we've seen several flares, prompting a spike in people searching for solar flares on Google, and leading to headlines that these flares create a radiation risk for Earth. So, let's verify. Do solar flares affect human health? Our sources are NASA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the Health Physics Society, and Jackie Faraday with the American Museum of Natural History. NASA says when a solar flare occurs, the sun sends out highly charged particles and X-ray radiation across space. This is powerful enough to disrupt radio communication and the accuracy of GPS, which happened over Easter weekend in Australia and parts of Asia. It occurred because radio and GPS transmit signals in the highest part of the Earth's atmosphere. However, other layers of the atmosphere and the Earth's natural magnetic field protect us here on the ground.
Magnetic field, you can think of kind of like a blanket that's protecting us. And it is preventing those charged particles that are coming from the sun from causing much damage to us here on the planet.
The Health Physics Society also says passengers on airplanes are protected because commercial planes don't fly high enough to experience the high levels of radiation from solar flares. So, no, solar flares do not affect human health, and they can actually make for some beautiful night skies because flares are also responsible for the northern lights. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. We've got to welcome our special guest co-host, actress, author, Broadway star Mary Lou Henner. So happy to be here. We're so lucky to have you here. Now, Mary Lou will be with us all week, and if you guys missed the first half of the show, make sure you go to our YouTube because we had some really good Mary Lou segments.
Yes, we did.
So go to the YouTube. Okay, so we got to talk about Fred Savage. A lot of you definitely have an opinion on this. Fred Savage was fired as executive producer and director from the reboot of The Wonder Years. Now, according to Deadline, Fred was fired following multiple complaints of misconduct. A rep for 20th Television said the studio was recently made aware of allegations of inappropriate conduct by Fred, but did not go into detail on what the allegations entailed. So back in 2018, a costume designer on his show, The Grinder, filed a lawsuit accusing him of verbally assaulting and physically abusing her. Fred denied the allegations, and the case was settled out of court. Fred and his Wonder Years co-star, Jason Hervey, were hit with a sexual harassment suit filed by a costumer. That case also settled out of court. Now, as of this taping, Fred has not commented on the allegations. We did reach out to his people. Mary Lou, I know you worked with his brother. What are you thinking? Did you have any odd experiences or heard anything?
Not at all. I mean, and you never heard this about Fred. I didn't anyway, and you know, and I'm pretty wired in, but I never heard anything. And I'm very curious about, and listen, I think all people should be listened to completely, the accusers especially, you know, and I feel like what's really going on here, and it's interesting that we aren't told, so you can't even really form an opinion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to know, he and you know, Jason were like little boys then, so I'm curious what that was all about.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know, we do, to get more on this story, we are joined by civil rights attorney Anahita Setagartfar. Okay, Anahita, first and foremost, I just want to say hello to you. I've known you for a long time, full disclosure. Great to see your face. So what do you make of these recent allegations against Fred Savage?
Good to see you too, Sam. These allegations, this was a long time coming. I'm frankly not surprised. When my client came to me in 2018 with her allegations against Mr. Savage, we conducted our investigation and we heard about prior complaints against Mr. Savage. I think the complaints went back to the 90s. We also found during our investigation that other women on the set of The Grinder similarly were abused by Mr. Savage, and apparently nothing was done by work. And it's truly unfortunate that it took my client having to speak out, and apparently 3 others had to come and speak out before some action was taken against him.
Wow. So what were some of the details surrounding your case against Fred back in 2018? Can you share that with us?
Yes. So my client was a costumer on the set of The Grinder. She worked with Mr. Savage, and she alleged in her complaint that he engaged in a pattern and practice of abuse, of harassment, of bullying, cursing at her. And she alleges, Sam, that she did what we tell all victims to do. She complained to her superiors, and they did absolutely nothing about it.
So your lawsuit came at the height of the Me Too movement just 4 years ago. So 4 years later, Fred is being accused of misconduct again. What does that say in your eyes?
Well, I am a huge supporter, as Sam knows, of the Me Too movement. I have devoted essentially my entire career to representing victims of harassment discrimination. And, you know, collectively we said at the height of the movement, as a society, that no more will we tolerate victims being blamed, no more will victims not believed, no more will abusers who are in power get away with this. What I said back then, and I continue to say, is we still have a lot of work to do.
Well, yeah, that leads me to my question, because obviously there's going to be a legal challenge coming from these recent allegations, but who's going to be implicated? Are we talking about just Mr. Savage? Are we talking about the studio? Like, who could possibly be implicated in this?
That's a great question, and I can tell you, I predict there will be some civil lawsuits here against Mr. Savage for the misconduct, also against the network, because in this country, in case people don't know, we have a right to work in a workplace free of discrimination, free of harassment. And if we complain to our boss or our employer and they do nothing about it, they are independently liable in court.
Anahita, we thank you for providing insight into this case. So great to see your face. We should know that we did, again, reach out to Fred Savage's reps for comment, but as of this taping, we have not heard back. Thank you, Anahita. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we got to talk about Tom Cruise also. Have you ever met Tom Cruise, by the way?
I did, yes.
Really? Okay, hold it. Can't wait. Okay, so I met him once when I gave him credentials in the garage.
In the garage.
Yeah, Sam
was a parking valet.
Yeah, very
Does
exciting.
that go with your tattoo?
I wish. So Tom Cruise may be one of the biggest stars on the planet, but lately he's been keeping a very low profile regarding his personal life. Tom has been out promoting his new film, Top Gun Maverick, but has been keeping his private life private. Even his dating life has been largely under the radar. That's a far cry from his high-profile past romances, like his marriage to Nicole Kidman in the 90s, and his relationship with Katie Holmes got all kinds of attention, especially after he famously jumped on Oprah's couch, not once, but twice, after confessing his love for Katie. Okay, so why do you think he keeps his life so private now, especially the dating part?
Oh, I think a lot of it has to do with Scientology. I think there, you know, maybe there's somebody else that's being chosen and they want to be really careful and, you know, kind of thing.
You know, as we're talking about this, you've been famous for a long time. How have you managed?
I felt famous in my neighborhood because we had the dancing school in the backyard. Or the cultural center.
So it started early. So how have you been able to stay in the public spotlight as much as you have for decades, which is hard enough on its own, but also like not give too much of yourself where it might be overexposure? Like, how did you?
Well, I never had the career that Tom Cruise has had, and you know the people who like it's like a meteoric rock.
Yes, but you were also on one of the most famous television shows of all time. So you're in there as well. Yes, absolutely.
That's true. But I don't know, maybe, well, there wasn't all the social media then, of course. And I think, I don't know, maybe because I was always so tethered to my family and I always felt like that I wasn't a brat. Not that I'm saying Tom is a brat, but, you know, he's
What is he like?
Yeah, tell us that story.
Oh, he was just very nice. The time I met him, I only shared a dinner with him with a bunch of other people.
Wow.
But, yeah, I mean, he's so talented. But
is he the same thing as, like, you know, Bill Clinton, some people say, or whoever gets that when you walk into a room, everyone goes, did everyone go to Tom Cruise?
No.
You weren't sitting there like
a famous dinner party.
I would be the whole time.
Somebody took a plane to meet me.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd be thinking it's something clever the whole time. You know what I mean?
What would you say?
Well, I saw Tom Cruise and Ben Affleck at a party one time, and my buddy goes, "Look behind you." And quick story. And I looked behind me, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Tom Cruise and Ben Affleck." And I went over there to say something clever, and I just kept walking. I went to the bathroom. Yeah, I was like, I got nothing. I just kept going. What am I supposed to say? Hey guys.
You 45 minutes. I'm not surprised.
I love it. I don't even know what that means.
All right, coming up on DBL, we're kicking off our week-long classic commercial stars segment, and the original Got Milk guy, Sean Whalen. There he is. Will be here with us. We can't wait to talk with him next.
He looks the same.
He does.
Good.
I wonder if he has.
Closed captioning provided by.
Tomorrow on DBL, Erica Jane will be here live. Plus, we're continuing our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? With the Budweiser guy. That's tomorrow, only on DBL.
Right here.
So this jumpsuit, I don't know if any of you have lost weight. I've lost a little weight, but I don't know it, so I keep ordering the 10 when I should get the 8. We're gonna go back there.
It's called body dysmorphia. You told me I had it, and you have it too.
It's called body dysmorphia, and it's a real thing. Isn't Mary Lou just like one of us? Is that good?
I could probably wear what Tori's wearing.
It's true.
I'm a size 10 or 12.
Let's go over here. Oh, wait. It did it.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, good. Holding up. I hope so. I mean, I hope you think so too.
No, I think
Tighter?
Yeah. I think you were made for this.
Yeah, I love this. This is so my jam.
Tom Cruise, personally, I don't know if I get along with him, but I have to say, every movie of his, I'm obsessed with every
He's great. He's great.
Okay.
You're going to ask me about fame and like crazy fan encounters. Not lactose intolerance? No.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah. Okay. This outfit, no, it just broke. Scientology is, it's like, yeah, you kind of don't go there in a way. It's just a very separate, private, yeah, it's different. And they're very litigious, so we keep our mouths quiet about it and just say, good to see you, Lydia. Thank you. Hey, Jeff, will you close everything's filmed?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to.
What do you?
There's an open pin.
Oh yeah. Just do you want me to like?
Yeah, save her.
Do
I'll
this?
do it.
I'm a damsel. Thank you, buddy.
Look at Jeff. Jeff, you can sew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
took
could put a
back.
button back on.
Yeah.
I think so. Is that good?
When I
That's
came on
really
set,
good.
they put the Star Trek music on. Oh, very nice.
Who did?
But this was a very popular look. I wore
The
something like this.
jumpsuit.
Yeah, totally.
But I thought it would fit a little. It's a little unflattering.
Yeah,
so I've just
it's a little.
You know what I mean?
It needs to be taken in.
Yeah.
You have the same thing I do. You have high cleavage.
Yeah, I've got
mine's
big
like.
bust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the shoulders aren't that big.
Mine's an inch and a half higher than most women's. It's a Greek thing.
Guys, if you have questions for Mary Lou, right?
They are the jingles, the slogans, the faces we couldn't get out of our head. All this week, we're looking back at iconic commercials and finding out where these stars are now. First up, this classic commercial from 1993. Remember?
And that was the Vienna Wood Dance in D, one of my all-time favorites. And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question. It's a tough one. Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel? All right, let's go to the phones and see who's out there. Hello, for $10,000. Who shot... Excuse me? I'm afraid your time is almost up. I'm sorry, maybe next time.
Oh my gosh, I remember that commercial like it was yesterday.
Absolutely.
Please welcome to DBL.
Yeah.
Star of that famous Hot Milk commercial, Sean Whalen. Yes, Sean.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I did a million commercials, right? I did all kinds of commercials. Everything from Annie Sullivan to, you know, I was the Samsonite luggage girl. Ring Around the Collar in Venice, Italy. But one of my things that I auditioned for and got was a Playtex Panties commercial where all you saw was my butt and the front of me. And that was the audition. It was like a Polaroid. And when you walked in for the audition, there were a million Polaroids of just people's butts and fronts. Okay, what was your audition like? And why do you think they picked you?
Oddly enough, I just had to wear underwear as well.
That's it?
No, it was all my character actor friends. We went to our normal, you know, we'd always go to the same places every week. You you go to a bunch, you book some, not book some. And this day they had us just shove a bunch of, they had the milk, they had empty milk, they had the bread and the peanut butter. And they said, spread it on there, put it in your mouth. They, try to answer the question. And then they didn't really have an ending. This is what I was told anyway, why I got the job. So I just shoved so much peanut butter in my mouth. Because I was younger and thinner, and my face was just packed with peanut butter when I did the audition. And then I did the whole bit. But at the end, when he loses, a lot of the guys got really mad and they threw the phone and screamed and they yelled and they were so mad. And I was the only one who looked at it and kind of went, my life is a joke, you know. Everything I worked for is over. And I said it with kind of a sadness and, you know, depression that they said gave the commercial an arc, and that's why they liked it. And supposedly that's
there you go.
I love it. I love hearing like behind the scenes stories of how people actually got to part 2. You did knock it out of the park, but the commercial was actually directed by Michael Bay. That's crazy. What was it like working with that guy? And I guess a lot of viewers want to know, how much peanut butter and milk did you actually have to eat for that commercial?
All right, so number one, people just said, you know, Michael just doesn't like people who are afraid of him, so give him a hard time right off the bat, and he'll love that. So he walked up and said, hey, I want you to do what you did in the audition. We're going to do it over and over again, and that's what we're going to do. And I was like, okay, Sergeant, yes, sir. Good for you. Whoa. Just make sure I don't get a beating, or, you know, and I just made a joke, and he just went, and he laughed, and he went back, and that was it. So that was good. And then I ate peanut butter continuously for 12 hours.
Wow.
I'd have 4 people next to me. I'd do a take, spit it out. Next person would give me water. I'd rinse, spit it out. Next person had Q-tips, rinse my mouth, or wipe my mouth clean. Next person handed me another piece of peanut butter, and we just went over and over and over.
Wow.
We did that all day. And, but I can tell you, I could, sometimes they would go, whoa, stop, we have a technical issue. And I'm just sitting there with my mouth full of peanut butter, and our bodies are amazing. And it started to digest the peanut butter, and would just slowly go down my throat. And then I have to wait and spit that out and start all over again. Wow. I mean, it was nuts. But at the end of the thing, I had like 7 or 8 canker sores. My lips were dry. And
you need
I could not eat peanut butter. I couldn't even smell peanut butter for like 3 years.
I was going to ask you, you're like, no Skippy for me. Okay, this commercial aired on repeat for years. What was the fame like, and how many people do you still get that are like, Amber? Like, do you have any memorable,
especially since Hamilton?
It was called a local commercial because it was just for California state. And as soon as that aired, I would just get people over and over again. One guy was yelling at me, just going, why didn't you spit it out? Why didn't you spit it out? And I was like, it's pretend. And I'm playing again.
It's fictional.
And I didn't get a chance for $10,000. And then the funniest thing was a guy pulled up to me and said, oh, Raymond Burr. And I laughed. I go, oh my God, they said Raymond Burr. But the majority of people to this day never say Aaron Burr. They say Alan Burr, Adam Burr, or Raymond Burr.
Wow.
No one
still don't know. Even with Hamilton?
I still don't.
Yeah. You would think. You know, I mean, this is such an iconic commercial. I have to think, imagine this changed your life. So how did this change your life?
It changed. Well, the main thing, what was crazy, it was, since it was a low commercial, I was making no money. I mean, it was very low.
I thought you were sitting on that commercial money. You know, I thought you've been floating on that for a while.
Well, because it was local, and so it was like after I'd make like a few $100s a quarter after taxes and stuff. But it was seen by everybody, and one girl in my acting class came up to me and said, "Hey, you're the guy in the milk commercial." I said, "Yes," and she said, "Well, I work at Amblin Entertainment, and your life's going to change." And I go, "Amblin?" She goes, "Yeah, it's Steven Spielberg's company." And I said, "How so?" She goes, "He loves that commercial, and he always uses people that he thinks are new faces." So 2 years later, I walked in and got Twister.
Wow.
And got the movie Twister.
Dang.
And you've done a number of things. Not just Twister. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, maybe this commercial launched your career, but you've had quite the career as a character actor.
Yeah, I mean, it killed my commercial career. I had a great commercial career before this commercial, but I was done. I mean, there would be so much of a better story if my mouth was full of peanut butter and I was in a gutter just pouring milk on my head. It would be better for you guys.
I love
More edgy. I'm so sorry I didn't have a better story. But anyway, it really launched my commercial career. But then you always get in that thing, they're like, we want you to make funny faces and always have food in your mouth. And you're like,
let's move on.
Been there, done that. Exactly. Well, we appreciate you. Yeah, we have viewers writing in saying that this was a viral moment before viral became a thing.
Yeah.
It's true. DBL Nation, to keep up with everything Sean is doing, follow him on social media, especially his TikTok. It's great at Sean Whalen Actor. Thank you, Sean.
That was good stuff.
Yep, we'll be right back.
Thank you, guys. Hey, if you think I look the same, my bald head says different.
future of Roe v. Wade is unclear, and on social media, many are asking if the landmark case is reversed, what this will mean for medication abortion, the pills which can end a pregnancy. So let's verify. If you live in a state that bans abortion, could you order these pills from another state where it's legal? And here are our sources from the George Washington University Law School, the Georgetown Law Center, and the Kaiser Family Foundation. And according to the KFF, the most common way to get a medication abortion is through a 2-drug regimen. Mifepristone, also known as RU-486, followed by misoprostol. This regimen is recommended for use at 10 weeks of pregnancy or less. And as of now, you can get prescribed these pills through a telehealth appointment in most states.
So what would a post-Roe world mean for these abortion pills?
The law of the state where the patient is during the telehealth visit is what would determine what is legal or not legal.
But our experts say that enforcement is the big question. For example, if you live in West Virginia and medication abortions are banned, but a Maryland doctor prescribes the pills via telehealth, it's unclear what West Virginia could actually do about it.
How they would enforce that to the doctor in Maryland is really the question. How would they be able to track that and really enforce that?
And our experts say that enforcement would be even more difficult if a patient orders these pills from a company in another country.
Ultimately, if the state can't reach people outside the state, they may just decide to kind of criminalize women themselves.
So we can verify that no, if you live in a state that bans abortion, you cannot legally order pills from another state where it's allowed. But how this would be enforced remains a very big question. With your Verified, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Welcome back to DBL. Did you guys watch the Kentucky Derby over the weekend?
I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been. Okay. There was a huge upset. Rich Strike, the dark horse, long shot, surprised everyone by winning. But aside from the racing, fashion also took center stage. Celebs like NSYNC's Joey Fatone showed up in style with his daughter, and Michael Phelps also embraced the floral theme with his wife. Bobby Brown showed up in head-to-toe yellow with his wife. But everyone is talking about Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, Danny Lynn, who showed up in this colorful dress with her dad, Larry Burkhead, who commented on how much the 15-year-old looks like her mom. Speaking of which, or of twinning rather, Danny Lynn changed into the outfit for the Derby Gala, which was the same suit Janet Jackson wore almost 2 decades ago. Here's Janet in the outfit back in 2003. And then Janet, who performed at the gala, also posed with Danny Lynn. Crazy, right? Wow. How crazy. I mean, she never really got to know her mom, clearly, but she looks just like her.
She looks just like her, and she's always at the Derby. That's the only time we get to see her. So if they did, so what does she do the rest of the year? Don't you want to see some pictures of her in normal clothes?
Yes.
Just
maybe she's trying to brand herself as I'm the Derby person. That's all I do all year.
You've been to the Derby.
I have been to the Derby.
What did you wear?
Nothing. I didn't.
You were naked?
I don't have a fancy hat. I was down in Louisville for basically the whole summer shooting a show for MTV, and I really got an idea of yes, we talk about the Derby, but Louisville has its own culture, like the way that they cook and the way that they eat and have people over, and how the passion with their food and their drink that goes with it. Obviously, they make Maker's Mark there, I believe. So
what are you talking about?
I'm saying it's its own unique place.
What about you never wore an outfit?
Why would I wear a hat to the Derby?
That's what you did.
Why wouldn't you wear a hat to the Derby?
I didn't think guys wore hats.
Yeah. The guys don't.
Michael Phelps didn't have a hat on.
That's true. I think it's interesting the juxtaposition of what you said, which is we rarely see her, and how much we saw Anna Nicole. So good on Larry Burkhead if that's what she wants, to really keep her quite private. The last time I saw her, she was like an infant. Right. So good on him to just not go down that path.
Yeah.
And good on whoever played that horse, because it was 80-1.
Yeah. I know, it was insane. My son was so upset because he loves to gamble and everything.
Me too.
And
my neighbor,
I think I should have put some money on it anyway.
And my neighbor Rich came over, and he was helping me cook, and we were too distracted with cooking. His name's Rich. We just would have put $2 on that horse. That was the universe telling us.
Yeah. Forget stats. You have to go with your gut feeling on the names.
I picked the 2-horse. It was like Happy Jack or something.
Did he win?
What do you mean, did he win?
No, I know, but did he win something?
No, so when the race ended, I go, oh my God, the 2-horse won, because it was 2 and the jockey was covering the 1. And I'm like, there's 21 horses in this race? For 5 seconds, I was super happy.
Embarrassing.
No, it was great. I got that feeling for 5 minutes.
And then you crashed.
5 seconds. And then I went and cried.
We'll be right back.
In the dark.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
enter year 3 of this pandemic, one of the big questions we have is how much protection do we get from the vaccine or from getting COVID itself? And inside this building right here in Frederick, right next to a big open field, some top doctors are trying to figure that out. So we went inside to verify.
Every single day is something new. It's always quite very interesting.
Troy Kemp has been studying COVID-19 for the last 2 years, a big pivot from what he studied before the pandemic.
My major focus was on HPV.
That is an STI that can cause cancer. In fact, the whole lab switched gears, studying COVID-19 antibodies, the disease-fighting proteins created by our bodies after infection or vaccination.
To understand how well those antibodies maintain themselves over time.
Walk me through what you guys do here.
Dr. Leisha Pinto oversees the lab. She says that this work is at times tedious and time-consuming and needs to be replicated over and over to be trusted.
Thousands and thousands of times and then many thousands of plates.
She says that when the pandemic first started, it was the National Cancer Institute that asked her team to pivot away from HPV to develop and standardize a SARS-CoV-2 antibody test.
We felt like really we could help.
She explains that according to the data, vaccines will give you those valuable antibodies, at least for a while.
We just don't know how long immunity lasts because, again, that immunity is going to vary depending on the individual.
It also depends on how long it's been since the person got the shot.
That'll look at all the different color ranges.
Take this tray full of blood samples. Each column represents a separate patient who either had COVID or the vaccine. And the darker the yellow, the more antibodies.
It can tell us, exactly where maybe they're 1 month out from getting the vaccine versus someone maybe over here could be 6 months out from getting the vaccine.
As for natural immunity, meaning those who got infected but not vaccinated.
The fact that you are infected, it doesn't mean that you are protected. You have a reduced risk of reinfection compared to individuals that were not infected. But you still are susceptible to infections.
Which is why Pinto says vaccination is the best way to get protection from COVID-19.
So here's the bottom line. We can verify that we do get protection from both natural immunity and vaccines, but just how long it lasts is still being studied. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
New research shows any parent can forget their kids in a hot car. Let's connect the dots. Experts with the University of South Florida say forgetting a child isn't usually a negligence problem. Instead, it's a memory problem. They found things like stress, lack of sleep, and even a change in routine are usually involved in hot car accidents. Experts add this memory issue focuses on 2 parts of the brain, the perspective and the semantic. Perspective memory helps us remember to do something in the future, while semantic allows drivers to make the trip from work to home with ease, like they're on autopilot. When one of these functions fail, there can be terrible consequences. So how can you avoid memory lapses? Set reminders on your phone or create visual reminders in your car. Place a diaper bag or a piece of your child's clothing in the front seat. And keep anything you need for your drive in the back seat, so you'll turn around and check no matter what.
Welcome back. Lots of comments again about Mary Lou. Barbara says, what a great attitude she has. Instead of her memory being a burden, it is a gift.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because you could take it the other way. You're absolutely right.
Well, some of the people do, but not me. I was like, no.
Julia says, I wish I could remember why I walk into a room.
Been
Too
there.
many mint juleps.
Exactly. Ashley says, love the extra sunshine Mary Lou brings.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
I know, Mary Lou. Do you wake up happy every day?
I'm a pretty happy person, you know. I've always like, well, what? I'm going to remember it anyway, so it better be a good day.
True. And Mary Lou's going to be with us all week. Lucky us. DBL's new every day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Mary Lou Henner joins the DBL panel in studio, and she'll be here all week long. What's her take on today's hottest topics? Fred Savage gets fired from the Wonder Years reboot after an investigation into inappropriate conduct. Will this be another case of cancel culture? We're kicking off our special segment, Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now?, with the original Got Milk guy live. And Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, Danny Lynn, dazzles at the Kentucky Derby.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll. Special day today. Welcome to DBL. We've got our special guest co-host, Mary Lou Henner.
Yeah.
It was either allowing me to come here as a co-host or it was going to be a restraining order. I'm so obsessed with you guys. And we're almost having our first-year anniversary.
I know.
May 14th.
See how she remembers everything.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that because, yes, she is such a gift, you guys. But, of course, you guys know her from everything from her iconic role in the hit 70s sitcom Taxi or Evening Shade, Broadway, Dancing with the Stars, New York Times bestselling author, also in The Apprentice twice. You were in the All-Stars as well. Yeah, I know. I do it all. You do it all. We're so lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. When Bert called me, it was like, yes, jumping on the bed.
And Mary, and just so our viewers know, Mary Lou is going to be here all week.
Yes.
In the flesh. She could jet off to LA, come back. Yeah,
I know. You know what? Let's see how much love I get on Friday. There's a lot right now in the room, but let's see.
Okay, we'll see. All right, so all the stars were posting to social media yesterday. Did you see? In honor of Mother's Day, of course, including Mariah Carey, Nick Jonas, and Priyanka Chopra, shared the first picture of their daughter. And Winona Judd, who posted this throwback photo saying how much she missed her mom. I know it made me get teary-eyed. Did you guys see this? This is J-Lo and Ben. This is a throwback video of them courtside wishing their moms a happy Mother's Day.
Babies.
Meantime, Sherry Shepherd had something very interesting to say, and I feel like a lot of moms can relate. She said it's her biggest insecurity because she always feels like she's doing something wrong. Now, we're so lucky to also have you here because you're a mother of two.
Yes.
We were talking about your sons. You were glowing in the makeup room, but you also are an author of a book about parenting.
I know.
How to not raise a brat.
No, it's called I Refuse to Raise a Brat.
Bravo.
Because it could be called I Refuse to Date a Brat because little brats turn into big brats.
Yes.
So you can kind of find, your kind of brat that you're like looking for. And here's the thing, a guilty parent is the worst parent. It's really about bringing up your children with the right balance of frustration and gratification. And it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times parents want to be the best friend instead of being the parent. They don't want to have boundaries, or you're competing in a divorce situation with a parent who's like doing the opposite.
Wow.
I remember when my son Nicky was 2.5 and he was like saying he wanted something that one of his friends had, and he was like, I won't give this to me. You're a bad mommy. And I said, you're not supposed to point. He said, you're a bad mommy.
That's a creative kid.
Yes. So I never minded being the bad mommy. You know what I mean? Because sometimes kids have to have boundaries, and they will come bouncing off of all of that. But once that stick turns blue, it's that pilot light in your life. It could be like the high fire, or it's like, but it's always there.
Yeah.
It's the most important thing to do.
I learned about boundaries teaching 7th grade, 5 years.
Yeah.
And like there's always this thing like you want to be the cool, hey, Mr. Schroeder, how you doing? It's like, yes, you can have some of that towards the end of the year after you've already put some credibility in, like, hey, you have plenty of friends here at the school. I'm not your friend. I'm here to teach you and to give you an environment to grow and thrive in, and everything wants boundaries. And it seems like you wouldn't want to do that to something you love, but if you really love your kids, your friends, you're raising a puppy, it needs boundaries. Otherwise, it's going to run wild and it's going to blame you for it because it's not going to be accepted.
And your kids peeing on the kitchen floor.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Been there. Yeah, I've been there. You said something the other day, if you're comfortable sharing it. If not, you can just give us a Reader's Digest version.
Run away.
But no, I thought it was really important because you brought up boundaries and discipline. Both of you did. Your disciplinarian method the other day turned into a bonding experience. If you want to share that. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, but just because like you said, Mary Lou, you don't want to be the bad guy, right? Because you're their parent. You want to be the cool dad, but sometimes you have to, tell them what's right or wrong. And in this case, my wife was embarrassed, like I'm sure you were at times, taking the boys to school, and my oldest boy was acting out a little bit and like pulling on her. and he was tired, and Jordan came home, my wife, and said she was embarrassed. So I had a long talk with him. I picked him up, and we took a long drive and talked about respect.
How old is he?
5.
Okay.
But how
5.
old school? They got in the car?
Yeah, so we took him for a drive, and I'm like, I know you don't know the word respect, but you respect your family, you respect your mother, number one, and you respect people in your class. If someone's making fun of somebody, you respect that person, right? And we had a long talk and maybe a little emotional. He wasn't receiving it well, but I could hear he was hearing because he was crying. And then a week later, fast forward, and he was drawing something, and the little one said something, and Lawson goes, "Hey, you respect mommy."
Yeah.
You know, so it got in there. It got in there.
And it's hard to be that person. You know? Like you're setting boundaries for like bedtimes and, like 2 stories, because otherwise they'll get like 6 water glasses.
Oh my gosh.
They set their watch and they don't even have one. You know what I mean? They know, I'll wear them down. And your word has to mean something, and that's the most important thing.
What was now we all have young kids. Yours are getting up there though. But what would be your advice now that your kids are grown to some of the younger parents out there?
Or to me.
Okay, well, you're going to make mistakes no matter what you do. Try not to feel guilty about everything. I'll tell you one of the big mistakes that I think women make is that they apologize for their job, or their fathers do, like, oh, I have to go to work now, blah, blah. And it's like, if the kid thinks like you're not enjoying your work, then they feel like, well, why are you letting it take you away from me? Let it take you away from me. And so if you say, no, I love my job, I love you, it's like a respect for your time.
Right.
And that's one of the best things that you can do for your kids, because then they learn to respect their time as well. And keep the creativity coming. That's really important. We play a game called the Stair Game, and you can play it with all kinds of great kids and ages. And you sit at the top of our stairs, and you can ask kids questions, and they move down a stair, and they feel like, and you can do it with a 2-year-old, you can do it with a 6-year-old, you could do it with a 12-year-old, and I do it with my husband.
Every time they answer a question,
they move down a stair. And you sort of and you could say to like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, how do you spell the word I? And then, they say I, and it goes, yeah! So you play the Stair Game. You have to they're not like this all the time.
That's the problem. That is the problem.
But babysitter.
I am glad, though, again, I'm not a mom, and I don't know this, but I'm glad it's in the conversation, that it's not perfect 1950s, that we are talking about it, and I'm so lucky to have that, because that's real.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes there's too much talk about it.
I don't even know how it got to there being the perfect parent. Who is? That was the perfect person. I don't know how it got there.
No. Not a perfect anything.
Exactly.
No.
Progress, not perfection.
That's right, except for me.
The future you. Yeah.
Coming up on DBL, trouble for Fred Savage. I know you've worked with him. We're going to get to that.
Well, his brother.
Okay, that's right. After getting accused of inappropriate conduct. Now, an attorney whose client sued Fred in the past will be here with us live. What did she make of these new allegations? Plus, new clues in that wild case of the missing inmate and corrections officer. Find out where the officer was spotted on surveillance. And as we mentioned, Mary Lou Henner is going to be here all week long for her. Or comment, email info@dailyblastlive.com, or find us on social media. Just search Daily Blast Live.
Closed captioning provided by
Daily Blast Live is always focused, always ready, always on cue, always timely. This May, don't miss a day. DBL is all new every day.
Hi, DBL Nation. Kelly Schubert here. We are here with Mary Lou Henner all week. We are so excited. Now, Mary Lou, you're here with us all week, but I hear you have a special event tonight. Can you tell us about it?
Well, it's kind of a surprise.
It's a surprise, so no.
So no.
Yeah, so no, but wait to see that, guys, later this week. But Mary Lou, when's the last time you did live TV?
Live TV? Well, you mean, but not on
this.
Zoom and stuff like that?
Exactly.
Well, Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. Okay.
How scary is that? Is it terrifying?
We'll talk.
Okay. Yeah. We'll have to talk. You and I are outgoing, but I think it's still scary.
Oh, it's scary. No, it's scary. It's scary because it's very different, and you've got to have the right partner.
Yeah, that makes all the
difference. You have to jive with your partner.
You have to jive with your partner.
Have
That's
the
a tough
chemistry
one.
there.
Yeah,
that's scary.
It's crazy.
Dancing. I can't even imagine that.
Dancing with the Stars. No, I can't either.
It's pretty wild. No. You're just thinking it's not a sprint; it's a marathon. I gotta pace myself and stuff. But I would wake up in the morning and have heat on my calves, and ice on my feet.
Yeah, you guys were
like that. Oh, you're so sore. You're so sore.
How many hours a day were you rehearsing?
Oh, yeah, you want to keep rehearsing.
Yeah.
Between 6 and 8.
You don't want to go out there bad.
Yeah, but I mean, so but I did this show. I did this show in February.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was just here.
You are a fan. You are a fan. We're so happy to have you here.
I said the only thing missing is cocktail nuts.
Yeah,
it's like
right?
Guess what? We tried that once.
Try that once. It didn't work out.
I was in charge.
Drunk history.
Exactly. Oh, I love
was like,
that
coming up in DBL. Give Mary Lou.
Oh, you know what? They do that on the match game. When we did the match game, that was pretty wild. Yeah, June 15th.
They were big drinking there.
They just keep loading your drink, whatever you
what
say.
I like.
So that by the second show, you're all
loose and goosey.
I don't know if you just saw, but Mary Lou just recalled that date. We'll be getting into her super memory later on the show, so stay tuned for that. Bye, guys.
Welcome back. So there's some new surveillance video that shows the former Alabama corrections officer Vicky White. It shows her checking out from a Quality Inn, as you see, on the morning of the day she disappeared with the murder suspect she's accused of helping escape from jail. Now on Friday, authorities found the getaway SUV that was used by Vicky and the inmate named Casey White. It was found in Tennessee, and now authorities are trying to piece together if they got another car. Also, they interviewed his cellmate, and the cellmate said there's no way that he's going to turn himself in. He will die. Suicide by cop. A hail of bullets is what he said.
But he's 6'9". How do you? They better have a flatbed truck. And he must be lying in the back. How do you hide somebody who's 6'9"? Unless they're dressed like Shrek and Fiona.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
That's a good call. Look how casually Mary Lou walks out. They planned this so well that they're calm.
I don't know if they planned this so well. Can we stop it? There was one door in a running
No,
car.
because there's more, and I don't know, you guys could check this story, but I heard that she sold her house like 12 days before to get the cash. And also,
a woman
but also I think there's a car that they talked about that she purchased in cash and stashed it along their route.
All premeditated.
Yeah.
Let's see how soon he gets rid of her. Okay.
See, that's what's scary. Let me ask you: have you ever? What's the craziest thing you have ever done for love, or someone has done for you in the name of love?
Well, I mean, this is pretty big for her, but I mean, I just thought showing up at the airport with lingerie and a trench coat and a limo was like kind of fun.
Did you do that?
Yeah. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I've had people like charter planes to come to see me because I was someplace and
charter
stuff like that.
planes?
Yeah. Oh, another good one is I paid a sushi master to do a whole thing on a boat and surprised. He was my husband at the time, my second husband. So you try to get creative. With your kids and with your loved ones.
Who chartered the plane?
Yeah. Would we know if you said it?
Yeah, probably.
I love it. Look at Tori over here, all excited.
Yeah, because I had a nickel every time they charter a plane. I don't have any.
What's the craziest
nickels.
thing you've ever done for love, even in your teen years?
Well, you got to think. Growing up, you don't have any money, so you have to be creative, right?
So what'd you do?
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing like that.
You know what? Big Brother, proposing on Big Brother was sort of a big...
come on, Jeff. There's
what do you mean? That was cool.
In your bag of tricks. There's something in that big bag of tricks.
Getting proposed to on national television, that's pretty...
That's not enough for Sam.
That's not...
What about
What's yours, Hot Shot?
Yeah,
Hot
Sam,
Shot.
You're the romantic
what about your
here.
tattoo?
You're like a little...
Oh, I did get a big old tattoo with my ex. It's still there. His, I went on his social media years ago after we broke up, and he blacked his out. Mine's still there, loud and proud. But I did assign a new meaning to it. And then when I first started dating...
Did you name one of your kids after it? So
No, I would not. But when I first met Mark, my husband, he was in a band called Poinsettia, and so I stole the Poinsettia sign on Beverly and Poinsettia.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's dangerous.
She's kind of a bad
What is the
my lingerie and the trench coat. That might be a little safer.
Yeah, we still have it.
What does the tattoo mean? What does it say?
You know what it says.
What does it say?
How does he know?
Because she said
You
it on
guys
the show.
are close.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she did.
Well, Mary Lou might not know.
Eternity. Because we thought we'd be together for eternity.
There's some copyright issues.
I was
but yes.
17.
For the word?
Eternity.
I was 17.
Airport lingerie, eternity tattoo.
Next time I'll take a page from her book. Coming up on DBL, did you know Mary Lou has a unique memory? Only shared with less than 100 people worldwide. She's going to share some brain hacks with us coming up next. You guys.
The future of Roe v. Wade is unclear, and on social media, many are asking if the landmark case is reversed, what this will mean for medication abortion, the pills which can end a pregnancy. So let's verify. If you live in a state that bans abortion, could you order these pills from another state where it's legal? And here are sources from the George Washington University Law School, the Georgetown Law Center, and the Kaiser Family Foundation. And according to the KFF, the most common way to get a medication abortion is through a 2-drug regimen. Mifepristone, also known as RU-486, followed by misoprostol. This regimen is recommended for use at 10 weeks of pregnancy or less. And as of now, you could get prescribed these pills through a telehealth appointment in most states.
So what would a post-Roe world mean for these abortion pills?
The law of the state where the patient is during the telehealth visit is what would determine what is legal or not legal.
But our experts say that enforcement is the big question. For example, if you live in West Virginia and medication abortions are banned, but a Maryland doctor prescribes the pills via telehealth, it's unclear what West Virginia could actually do about it.
How they would enforce that to the doctor in Maryland is really the question. How would they be able to track that and really enforce that?
And our experts say that enforcement would be even more difficult if a patient orders these pills from a company in another country.
Ultimately, if the state can't reach people outside the state, they may just decide to kind of criminalize women themselves.
So we can verify that no, if you live in a state that bans abortion, you cannot legally order pills from another state where it's allowed. But how this would be enforced remains a very big question. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
You know when John Lennon was killed?
Yes, that was December 8th, 1980, and that was a Monday.
A round of standard memory tests.
Go ahead and put them in the order that they were presented to you.
The public events quiz.
Delta Airline Flight 191 crashes near Dallas, Texas.
Oh, I know exactly when that happened because all of a sudden I was at it was August the 2nd of 1985. It was a Friday.
After 7 hours of grilling,
October 1st, 8th, 15th, 22nd.
McGaw and his collaborator, neuroscientist Larry Cahill, officially anointed Mary Lou Henner Superior Autobiographical Memory Subject number 6.
Extremely impressive.
Wow, this is the gift Tori wished she always had.
I pretend that I have.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Everybody thinks they have a bad memory, but they don't. There's something that you remember especially well, every single person.
Wow.
Everybody. It's what I call your primary track. It's like in the jigsaw puzzle of your life, what are your hard-edged pieces by which you can interlock the other memories to? And you have to play to your strength and figure out what that is. And you're also, everyone is a sight, sound, touch, taste, or smell person, so you have a dominant sense. And when you can cross-connect your primary tract and your dominant sense, you can figure out how you receive, retain, and then retrieve memories.
Wow.
Because we just happen to have extraordinary retrieval systems.
As humans, you mean? Yeah.
I mean, the people who have HSAM.
Yeah, because I couldn't even repeat what you just said.
Yeah.
Let alone
I have
memory.
to ask you this though. What is
putting yourself in the same category?
So we're different than you guys. No. What is
things over.
Yeah. What is your experience? It's called HSAM.
Yes.
I just wanted to know, has it ever been difficult to be able to always remember everything?
No, it's like totally organized in my
But
brain and my soul. No, just for my husband's, as I always say, because that's why I'm on my third and final.
Feel you.
That's my job.
Feel you.
But my husband always says, my third and final husband always says, what man ever wins an argument against his wife? At least he has an excuse.
Yeah.
You know. So and you just here's the sad thing to me is that during all this memory studying, because they wired us, put us through an MRI, took 300 measurements of our brains, and found 9 areas 10 times larger than the normal brain.
Whoa.
But one thing I found out is that most people only remember 8 to 11 events within any given year of their lives.
Whoa.
And we remember like 365 or 366. But I think that the criteria is 200. That's what they say.
Well, this is why I have to ask the question, because you're remembering a lot of things, and a lot of those things are good, but a lot of those things are bad. So how do you either deal with the bad memories that are there?
Right.
How do you process that? How do you get rid of them, or do you not get rid of them?
Well,
you put them in a different file?
Memory memory is tied to adrenaline. So you all will remember the highs, first kiss, birth of a child, getting married, blah, 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 and the lows, you know, getting embarrassed, having a bad breakup. So you guys will remember, most people will remember the highs and the lows. People with HSAM, we can cushion all those memories with those nice middle of the road sort of our town moments. Do you know what I'm saying? So we remember everything. And also as an actress, it's been invaluable to store up those bad
I can't even
memories.
imagine.
And you're going to remember them anyway. But the more you see it, it's like seeing a scary movie. The more you see a scary movie, the less affected by it you are. So processing through a bad memory is always the answer.
Now, let me ask you as a mom, did your children ever notice, okay, my mom's memory is different than other moms because she's recalling everything?
They knew. But people always say to my boys, does mom ever lose her keys? And they go, oh my gosh. She will come rushing in and she'll go, where did I put my keys? Where did I put my keys? And then you see her like stop and go, like play the movie back. It's like, oh, right. They're in the bathroom because I was in such a hurry when I came, you know, that kind of thing. Wow. So,
there was an episode of Black Mirror that was like this, where you could see memories like through your
eyes,
like your contact lenses or whatever, and you could go through.
They're making a movie about that one.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, I always think of it as scene selection on a DVD. You know, it's like it cues up to like the date.
And is it
like,
visual like that?
It's visual. It's kind of visual. It's almost like in a timeline, and then I can go right to the date.
That's
like
bizarre.
Weird.
It's so cool.
Is there something like an average person could work on, like me, to kind of lean towards where you are? The joke was laid out there. Good one. Way to pick up that apple.
I just wanted to meet you. You're talked about all the time. Now, here's the thing: that memory, because it's every day we're spending so much time like this that our attention units are not on the world, taking it in. Take in more of the world, play to your strengths. At night when you're brushing your teeth, just scroll through your day, go through the montage of your day and think like, what's worth remembering? And if you're a sound person or you're a smell or a visual person, take a picture on your iPhone and try to remember at the end of the month. Put that someplace and go, how many pictures can I remember? Because if you're only remembering 8 to 11 within a year, try to bring 3 forward every month so that at least you'll have 36 throughout the year.
Do you remember everything? Like if I told you we met 20 years ago, which we did, would you remember that?
Probably. Tell me.
It was on Sunset Boulevard. I worked at a restaurant.
I stopped cruising way before.
No. I was working at a specific clothing store. It was a clothing store, and you asked me, "Hey, when this dress comes in, will you give me a call?"
Was it not Nicole's? Where was it? On Sunset?
It was on, you know, like where the Sunset, like not stripped, the little
you mean
mall.
Near Sunset Plaza Drive?
Yeah, Sunset Plaza Drive.
The only store I would ever go to. Was it? It wasn't there then. It was 20 years ago.
About 20 years ago. No, I'm not sure. It's when I lived in LA, but it was Kenneth Cole.
Oh, that was on the other side of Sunset.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But they didn't really have dresses. They had jackets and shoes.
Mary, I don't even remember working there. I just remember, yeah.
I tell you every day that I was at Kenneth Cole, but your hair was different then.
Wow. Well, it was not as gray.
I was there on February the 13th of 2003.
Dude.
I was there on February the 13th, 2003. Was it around that time?
That's right when I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay, so that's where I was because I was buying a Valentine's Day present.
So she remembers the present, but not you.
But I do remember.
No, she did. She said my hair was different.
I remember. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember like every time. But I got sad when they closed that show because it was right across the street from the restaurant that was so good, Silvio's and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
That's pretty wild.
Unbelievable. Okay, so you guys have to make sure you tune in all week because we'll have a Mary Lou segment every single day. You're not going to want to miss it.
And that was a Thursday, by the way.
Wow. Wow. Do you remember me not calling you back because I got fired?
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
As we enter year 3 of this pandemic, one of the big questions we have is how much protection do we get from the vaccine or from getting COVID itself? And inside this building right here in Frederick, right next to a big open field, some top doctors are trying to figure that out. So we went inside to verify.
Every single day is something new. It's always quite very interesting.
Troy Kemp has been studying COVID-19 for the last 2 years, a big pivot from what he studied before the pandemic.
My major focus was on HPV.
That is an STI that can cause cancer. In fact, the whole lab switched gears, studying COVID-19 antibodies, the disease-fighting proteins created by our bodies after infection or vaccination.
To understand how well those antibodies maintain themselves over time.
Walk me through what you guys do here.
Dr. Leisha Pinto oversees the lab. She says that this work is at times tedious and time-consuming and needs to be replicated over and over to be trusted.
Thousands and thousands of times and then many thousands of plates.
She says that when the pandemic first started, it was the National Cancer Institute that asked her team to pivot away from HPV to develop and standardize a SARS-CoV-2 antibody test.
We felt like really we could help.
She explains that according to the data, vaccines will give you those valuable antibodies, at least for a while.
We just don't know how long immunity lasts because, again, that immunity is going to vary depending on the individual.
It also depends on how long it's been since the person got the shot.
They'll look at all the different color ranges.
Take this tray full of blood samples. Each column represents a separate patient who either had COVID or the vaccine. And the darker the yellow, the more antibodies.
You can tell us, exactly where maybe they're 1 month out from getting the vaccine versus someone maybe over here could be 6 months out from getting the vaccine.
As for natural immunity, meaning those who got infected but not vaccinated.
The fact that you are infected, it doesn't mean that you are protected. You have a reduced risk of reinfection compared to individuals that were not infected. But you still are susceptible to infections.
Which is why Pinto says vaccination is the best way to get protection from COVID-19. So here's the bottom line. We can verify that we do get protection from both natural immunity and vaccines, but just how long it lasts is still being studied. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
New research shows any parent can forget their kids in a hot car. Let's connect the dots. Experts with the University of South Florida say forgetting a child isn't usually a negligence problem. Instead, it's a memory problem. They found things like stress, lack of sleep, and even a change in routine are usually involved in hot car accidents. Experts add this memory issue focuses on two parts of the brain, the perspective and the semantic. Perspective memory helps us remember to do something in the future, while semantic allows drivers to make the trip from work to home with ease, like they're on autopilot. When one of these functions fail, there can be terrible consequences. So how can you avoid memory lapses? Set reminders on your phone or create visual reminders in your car. Place a diaper bag or a piece of your child's clothing in the front seat. And keep anything you need for your drive in the back seat, so you'll turn around and check no matter what.
Tomorrow on DBL, Erica Jane from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills will be here live. Is there anything she regrets from the show? Plus, we're continuing our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? With the Budweiser guy who made the "What's up" line famous. That's tomorrow, only on DBL. Oh, there'd be loud. Okay, Tori, welcome back.
We love sharing your comments. Okay, they're all about Mary Lou. Sorry, Tori. Alex says, wow, Mary Lou, that's an amazing brain. It's so fascinating. Kendrick says, I would invite her to my party and just let her loose.
That's what you did.
Yes. That's true. Have you ever had an incident at a party where people like what Jeff did? Don't look at me like that.
You know what a lot of people do, especially douchey guys, can I say that? Especially jerky guys. They'll come and go, remember when we wrote? And I'll look at them and I go, no.
Sorry, I remember, you don't. Yeah. If you guys are leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our app. But if you get the second half of the show where you are, here is what's ahead. The start of our week-long segment, Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? The original Got Milk guy will be here live, and Fred Savage under fire as he gets accused of misconduct again. We'll talk about it coming up next.
Every so often, the sun releases bursts of energy called solar flares. NASA says they're made up of electromagnetic radiation that can last for several minutes or hours. Since late March, we've seen several flares, prompting a spike in people searching for solar flares on Google and leading to headlines that these flares create a radiation risk for Earth. So let's verify. Do solar flares affect human health? Our sources are NASA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the Health Physics Society, and Jackie Faraday with the American Museum of Natural History. NASA says when a solar flare occurs, the sun sends out highly charged particles and X-ray radiation across space. This is powerful enough to disrupt radio communication and the accuracy of GPS, which happened over Easter weekend in Australia and parts of Asia. It occurred because radio and GPS transmit signals in the highest part of the Earth's atmosphere. However, other layers of the atmosphere and the Earth's natural magnetic field protect us here on the ground.
Magnetic field, you can think of kind of like a blanket that's protecting us. And it is preventing those charged particles that are coming from the sun from causing much damage to us here on the planet.
The Health Physics Society also says passengers on airplanes are protected because commercial planes don't fly high enough to experience the high levels of radiation from solar flares. So, no, solar flares do not affect human health, and they can actually make for some beautiful night skies because flares are also responsible for the northern lights. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. We've got to welcome our special guest co-host, actress, author, Broadway star Mary Lou Henner. So happy to be here. So lucky to have you here. Now, Mary Lou will be with us all week, and if you guys missed the first half of the show, make sure you go to our YouTube because we had some really good Mary Lou segments. Yes, we did. So go to the YouTube. Okay, so we got to talk about Fred Savage. A lot of you definitely have an opinion on this. Fred Savage was fired as executive producer and director from the reboot of The Wonder Years. Now, according to Deadline, Fred was fired following multiple complaints of misconduct. A rep for 20th Television said the studio was recently made aware of allegations of inappropriate conduct by Fred, but did not go into detail on what the allegations entailed. So back in 2018, a costume designer on his show, The Grinder, filed a lawsuit accusing him of verbally assaulting and physically abusing her. Fred denied the allegations, and the case was settled out of court. Fred and his Wonder Years co-star, Jason Hervey, were hit with a sexual harassment suit filed by a costumer. That case also settled out of court. Now, as of this taping, Fred has not commented on the allegations. We did reach out to his people. Mary Lou, I know you worked with his brother. What are you thinking? Did you have any odd experiences or heard anything?
Not at all. I mean, and you never heard this about Fred. I didn't anyway, and you know, and I'm pretty wired in, but I never heard anything. And I'm very curious about, and listen, I think all people should be listened to completely, the accusers especially, you know, and I feel like what's really going on here. And it's interesting that we aren't told, so we can't even really form an opinion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to know, he and you know, Jason were like little boys then, so I'm curious what that was all about.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know, we do to get more on this story. We are joined by civil rights attorney Anahita Setagartfar. Okay, Anahita, first and foremost, I just want to say hello to you. I've known you for a long time. Full disclosure, great to see your face. So, what do you make of these recent allegations against Fred Savage?
Good to see you too, Sam. These allegations, this was a long time coming. I'm frankly not surprised. When my client came to me in 2018 with her allegations against Mr. Savage, we conducted our investigation and we heard about prior complaints against Mr. Savage. I think the complaints went back to the 90s. We also found during our investigation that other women on the set of The Grinder similarly were abused by Mr. Savage, and apparently nothing was done by the work. And it's truly unfortunate that it took my client having to speak out, and apparently 3 others had to come and speak out before some action was taken against him.
Wow. So what were some of the details surrounding your case against Fred back in 2018? Can you share that with us?
Yes. So my client was a costumer on the set of The Grinder. She worked directly with Mr. Savage, and she alleged in her complaint that he engaged in a pattern and practice of abuse, of harassment, of bullying, cursing at her. And she alleges, Sam, that she did what we tell all victims to do. She complained to her superiors, and they did absolutely nothing about it.
So your lawsuit came at the height of the Me Too movement just 4 years ago. So 4 years later, Fred is being accused of misconduct again. What does that say in your eyes?
Well, I am a huge supporter, as Sam knows, of the Me Too movement. I have devoted essentially my entire career to representing victims of harassment and discrimination. And, you know, collectively we said in 20 at the height of the movement, as a society that no more will we tolerate victims being blamed. No more will victims not believed. No more will abusers who are in power get away with this. What I said back then, and I continue to say, is we still have a lot of work to do.
Well, yeah, that leads me to my question, because obviously there's going to be a legal challenge coming from these recent allegations, but who's going to be implicated? Are we talking about just Mr. Savage? Are we talking about the studio? Like, who could possibly be implicated in this?
That's a great question, and I can tell you, I predict there will be some civil lawsuits here against Mr. Savage for the misconduct. Also against the network, because in this country, in case people don't know, we have a right to work in a workplace free of discrimination, free of harassment. And if we complain to our boss or our employer and they do nothing about it, they are independently liable in court.
Anahita, we thank you for providing insight into this case. So great to see your face. We should know that we did, again, reach out to Fred Savage's reps for comment, but as of this taping, we have not heard back. Thank you, Anahita. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we got to talk about Tom Cruise also. Have you ever met Tom Cruise, by the way?
I did, yes.
Really? Okay, hold it. Can't wait. Okay. So I met him once when I gave him credentials in the garage.
In the garage.
Yeah, Sam
was a parking valet.
Yeah, very
Does that go with your tattoo?
I wish. So Tom Cruise may be one of the biggest stars on the planet, but lately he's been keeping a very low profile regarding his personal life. Tom has been out promoting his new film, Top Gun Maverick, but has been keeping his private life private. Even his dating life has been largely under the radar. That's a far cry from his high-profile past romances, like his marriage to Nicole Kidman in the 90s and his relationship with Katie Holmes. Got all kinds of attention, especially after he famously jumped on Oprah's couch, not once, but twice, after confessing his love for Katie. Okay, so why do you think he keeps his life so private now, especially the dating part?
Oh, I think a lot of it has to do with Scientology. I think there, maybe there's somebody else that's being chosen and they want to be really careful and, kind of thing.
As we're talking about this, you've been famous for a long time. How have you managed?
I felt famous in my neighborhood because we had the dancing school in the backyard. We were the cultural center.
So it started early. So how have you been able to stay in the public spotlight as much as you have for decades, which is hard enough on its own, but also like not give too much of yourself where it might be overexposure? Like, how did you?
Well, I never had the career that Tom Cruise has had, and the people who it's like a meteor rock.
Yes, but you were also on one of the most famous television shows of all time. So you're in there as well. Yes, absolutely.
That's true. But I don't know, maybe, there wasn't all the social media then, of course. And I think, I don't know, maybe because I was always so tethered to my family and I always felt like that I wasn't a brat. Not that I'm saying Tom is a brat. But, he's
What is he like?
Yeah, tell us that story.
Oh, he was just very nice the time I met him. I only shared a dinner with him with a bunch of other people.
Wow.
But, yeah, I mean, he's so talented. But
is he the same thing of Bill Clinton, some people say, or whoever gets that when you walk into a room, everyone goes, did everyone go to Tom Cruise?
No.
No.
You weren't sitting there like
a famous dinner party.
Yeah. I would be the whole time.
Somebody took a plane to meet you.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd be thinking it's something clever the whole time. You know what I mean?
What would you say?
No.
Well, I saw Tom Cruise and Ben Affleck at a party one time, and my buddy goes, "Look behind you." And quick story. And I looked behind me, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Tom Cruise and Ben Affleck." And I went over there to say something clever, and I just kept walking. I went to the bathroom. Yeah, I was like, I got nothing. I just kept going. What am I supposed to say? Hey guys.
You 45 minutes. I'm not surprised.
I love it. I don't even know what that means.
All right, coming up on DBL, we're kicking off our week-long classic commercial stars segment, and the original Got Milk guy, Sean Whalen. There he is. Will be here with us. We can't wait to talk with him next.
He looks the same.
He does. I wonder if he has.
Closed captioning provided by.
Tomorrow on DBL, Erica Jane will be here live. Plus, we're continuing our series Classic Commercial Stars, Where Are They Now? With the Budweiser guy. That's tomorrow, only on DBL.
Right here. So this jumpsuit, I don't know if any of you have lost weight. I've lost a little weight, but I don't know it, so I keep ordering the 10 when I should get the 8. We're gonna go back there.
It's called body dysmorphia. You told me I had it, and you have it too.
It's called body dysmorphia, and it's a real thing. Isn't Mary Lou just like one of us? Is that good?
I could probably wear what Tori's wearing.
It's true.
I'm a size 10 or 12.
Let's go over here. Oh, wait. It didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Holding up. I hope so. I mean, I hope you think so too.
I think
Tighter?
I think you were made for this.
I love this. This is so my jam.
Tom Cruise, personally, I don't know if I get along with him, but I have to say, every movie of his, I'm obsessed with every movie.
He's great. He's great.
Okay. You're going to ask me about fame and like crazy fanning counters. No. Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah. Okay. This outfit, no, it just broke. Scientology is, it's like, yeah, you kind of don't go there in a way. It's just a very separate, private, it's different. And they're very litigious. So we keep our mouths quiet about it and just say, good to see you, Lydia. Thank you. Hey, Jeff, will you close
Since everything's filmed.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to.
What do you?
There's an open pin.
Oh yeah. Just do you want me to like?
Yeah, save her.
Do
I'll
this?
do it.
I'm a damsel. Thank you, buddy.
Look at Jeff. Jeff, you can sew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
took
can put a
back.
button back on.
Yeah.
I think so. Is that good?
When I
That's
came on
really
set,
good.
they put the Star Trek music on. Oh, very nice.
Who did?
But this was a very popular look. I wore
The
something like this.
jumpsuit.
Yeah, totally.
But I thought it would fit a little. It's a little unflattering.
Yeah,
so I've just
it's a little.
You know what I mean?
It needs to be taken in.
Yeah.
You have the same thing I do. You have high cleavage.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine's like.
bust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the shoulders aren't that big.
Mine's an inch and a half higher than most women's. It's a Greek thing.
Guys, if you have questions for Mary Lou, right?
They are the jingles, the slogans, the faces we couldn't get out of our head. All this week, we're looking back at iconic commercials and finding out where these stars are now. First up, this classic commercial from 1993. Remember?
And that was the Vienna Wood Dance in B, one of my all-time favorites. And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question. It's a tough one. Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel? All right, let's go to the phones and see who's out there. Hello, for $10,000. Who shot... Excuse me? I'm afraid your time is almost up. I'm sorry. Maybe next time.
Oh my gosh, I remember that commercial like it was yesterday. Please welcome to DBL.
Yeah.
That famous hot milk commercial, Sean Whalen. Yes, Sean.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I did a million commercials, right? I did all kinds of commercials. Everything from Annie Sullivan to, you know, I was the Samsonite luggage girl.
Hey!
Ring Around the Collar in Venice, Italy. But one of my things that I auditioned for and got was a Playtex Panties commercial where all you saw was my butt and the front of me. And that was the audition. It was like a Polaroid. And when you walked in for the audition, there were a million Polaroids of just people's butts and front. Okay, what was your audition like? And why do you think they picked you?
Oddly enough, I just had to wear underwear as well.
That's it?
No, it was all my character actor friends. We went to our normal, you know, we'd always go to the same places every week. You you go to a bunch, you book some, not book some. And this day they had us just shove a bunch of, they had the milk, they had empty milk, they had the bread and the peanut butter. And they said, spread it on there, put it in your mouth. They, try to answer the question. And then they didn't really have an ending. This is what I was told anyway, why I got the job. So I just shoved so much peanut butter in my mouth. Because I was younger and thinner, and my face was just packed with peanut butter when I did the audition. And then I did the whole bit. But at the end, when he loses, a lot of the guys got really mad, and they threw the phone and they screamed and they yelled and they were so mad, and I was the only one who looked at it and kind of went, my life is a joke, Everything I worked for is over. And I said it with kind of a sadness and depression that They said gave the commercial an arc, and that's why they liked it. And supposedly that's why.
There you go.
I love it. I love hearing like behind the scenes stories of how people actually got to part 2. You did knock it out of the park, but the commercial was actually directed by Michael Bay. That's crazy. What was it like working with that guy? And I guess a lot of viewers want to know, how much peanut butter and milk did you actually have to eat for that commercial?
All right, so number one, people just said, you know, Michael just doesn't like people who are afraid of him, so give him a hard time right off the bat, and he'll love that. So he walked up and said, hey, I want you to do what you did in the audition. We're going to do it over and over again, and that's what we're going to do. And I was like, okay, Sergeant, yes, sir. Whoa. Just make sure I don't get a beating, or, you know, and I just made a joke, and he just went, and he laughed, and he went back, and that was it. So that was good. And then I ate peanut butter continuously for 12 hours.
Wow.
I'd have
Oh my
4
gosh.
people in the I'd do a take, spit it out. Next person would give me water. I'd rinse, spit it out. Next person had Q-tips, rinse my mouth, or wipe my mouth clean. Next person handed me another piece of peanut butter, and we just went over and over and over.
Wow.
We did that all day. And, but I can tell you, I could, sometimes they would go, whoa, stop, we have a technical issue. And I'm just sitting there with my mouth full of peanut butter, and our bodies are amazing. And it started to digest the peanut butter, and would just slowly go down my throat. And then I have to wait and spit that out and start all over again. Wow. I mean, it was nuts. But at the end of the thing, I had like 7 or 8 canker sores. My lips were dry and
that's you need like
I
hazard
could not
pay.
eat peanut butter. I couldn't even smell peanut butter for like 3 years.
I was gonna ask you, you're like, no Skippy for me. Okay, this commercial aired on repeat for years. What was the fame like, and how many people do you still get that are like, Amber? Like, do you have any memorable?
Especially since
Well,
Hamilton.
it was called a local commercial because it was just for California state. And as soon as that aired, I would just get people over and over again. One guy was yelling at me, just going, "Why didn't you spit it out? Why didn't you spit it out?" And I was like, "It's pretend," and I'm playing again.
It's fictional.
And I didn't get a chance for $10,000. And then the funniest thing was a guy pulled up to me and said, "Oh, Raymond Burr." And I laughed. I go, "Oh my God, they said Raymond Burr." But the majority of people to this day never say Aaron Burr. They say Alan Burr, Adam Burr, or Raymond Burr.
Wow.
No one
I still
knows.
don't know.
Even with Hamilton, I
I
can't
know.
know.
You would think, you know, I mean, this is such an iconic commercial. I have to think, imagine this changed your life. So how did this change your life?
It changed. Well, the main thing, what was crazy, it was since it was a local commercial, I was making no money. I mean, it was
I thought
very
you were
low,
sitting on that
you know.
commercial money. You know, I thought you've been floating on that for a while.
Well, because it was local, and so it was like after I'd make like a few $100s a quarter after taxes and stuff. But it was seen by everybody, and one girl in my acting class came up to me and said, "Hey, you're the guy in the milk commercial?" I said, "Yes," and she said, "Well, I work at Amblin Entertainment, and your life's going to change." And I go, "Amblin?" She goes, "Yeah, it's Steven Spielberg's company." And I said, "How so?" She goes, "He loves that commercial, and he always uses people that he thinks are new faces." So 2 years later, I walked in and got Twister.
Wow.
We got the movie Twister.
Dang.
And you've done a number of things. Not just Twister. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, maybe this commercial launched your career, but you've had quite the career as a character actor.
Yeah, I mean, it killed my commercial career. I had a great commercial career before this commercial, but I was done. I mean, there would be so much of a better story if my mouth was full of peanut butter and I was in a gutter just pouring milk on my head. It would be better for you guys.
I love
More edgy. I'm so sorry I didn't have a better story. But anyway, it really launched my commercial career. But then you always get in that thing, they're like, "We want you to make funny faces and always have food in your mouth." And you're like,
let's move on.
Been there, done that. Exactly. Well, we appreciate you. Yeah, we have viewers writing in saying that this was a viral moment before like viral became a thing.
Yeah.
It's true. DBL Nation, to keep up with everything Sean is doing, follow him on social media, especially his TikTok. It's great at Sean Whalen Actor. Thank you, Sean.
That was good stuff.
Yep, we'll be right back.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Hey, if you think I look the same, my phone head says different.
The future of Roe v. Wade is unclear, and on social media, many are asking if the landmark case is reversed, what this will mean for medication abortion, the pills which can end a pregnancy. So let's verify. If you live in a state that bans abortion, Could you order these pills from another state where it's legal? And here are sources from the George Washington University Law School, the Georgetown Law Center, and the Kaiser Family Foundation. And according to the KFF, the most common way to get a medication abortion is through a 2-drug regimen. Mifepristone, also known as RU-486, followed by misoprostol. This regimen is recommended for use at 10 weeks of pregnancy or less. And as of now, you could get prescribed these pills through a telehealth appointment in most states.
So what would a post-Roe world mean for these abortion pills?
The law of the state where the patient is during the telehealth visit is what would determine what is legal or not legal.
But our experts say that enforcement is the big question. For example, if you live in West Virginia and medication abortions are banned, but a Maryland doctor prescribes the pills via telehealth, it's unclear what West Virginia could actually do about it.
How they would enforce that to the doctor in Maryland is really the question. How would they be able to track that and really enforce that?
And our experts say that enforcement would be even more difficult if a patient orders these pills from a company in another country.
Ultimately, if the state can't reach people outside the state, they may just decide to kind of criminalize women themselves.
So we can verify that no, if you live in a state that bans abortion, you cannot legally order pills from another state where it's allowed. But how this would be enforced remains a very big question. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Welcome back to DBL. Did you guys watch the Kentucky Derby over the weekend?
I did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's been. Okay. There was a huge upset. Rich Strike, the dark horse, long shot, surprised everyone by winning. But aside from the racing, fashion also took center stage. Celebs like NSYNC's Joey Fatone showed up in style with his daughter, and Michael Phelps also embraced the floral theme with his wife. Bobby Brown showed up in head-to-toe yellow with his wife. But everyone is talking about Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, Danny Lynn, who showed up in this colorful dress with her dad, Larry Burkhead, who commented on how much the 15-year-old looks like her mom. Speaking of which, or of twinning rather, Danny Lynn changed into the outfit for the Derby Gala, which was the same suit Janet Jackson wore almost 2 decades ago. Here's Janet in the outfit back in 2003. And then Janet, who performed at the gala, also posed with Danny Lynn. Crazy, right? Wow. How crazy. I mean, she never really got to know her mom, clearly, but she looks just like her.
She looks just like her, and she's always at the Derby. That's the only time we get to see her. So if they did, so what does she do the rest of the year? Don't you want to see some pictures of her in normal clothes?
Yes.
Just
maybe she's trying to brand herself as I'm the Derby person. That's all I do all year.
You've been to the Derby.
I have been to the Derby.
What did you wear?
Nothing. I didn't.
You were naked?
I didn't have a fancy hat. I was down in Louisville for basically the whole summer shooting a show for MTV. And I really got an idea of yes, we talk about the Derby, but Louisville has its own culture, like the way that they cook and the way that they eat and have people over, and how the passion with their food and their drink that goes with it. Obviously, they make Maker's Mark there, I believe. So
what are you talking about?
I'm saying it's its own unique place.
What about you never wore an outfit?
Why would I wear a hat to the Derby?
That's what you did.
Why wouldn't you wear a hat to the Derby?
I didn't think guys wore hats.
Yeah.
The guys don't.
Michael Phelps didn't have a hat on.
That's true. I think it's interesting the juxtaposition of what you said, which is we rarely see her, and how much we saw Anna Nicole. So good on Larry Burkhead if that's what she wants, to really keep her quite private. The last time I saw her, she was like an infant. Right? So good on him to just not go down that path.
Yeah.
And good on whoever played that horse, because it was 80-1.
Yeah. I know, it was insane. My son was so upset because he loves to gamble and everything.
Me too. And my neighbor,
I think I should have put some money on it anyway.
And my neighbor Rich came over, and he was helping me cook, and we were too distracted with cooking. His name's Rich. We just would have put $2 on that horse. That was the universe telling us.
Yeah. Forget stats. You have to go with your gut feeling on the names.
I picked the 2-horse. It was like Happy Jack or something.
Did he win?
What do you mean did he win?
No, I know, but did he win something?
No, so when the race ended, I go, oh my God, the 2-horse won, because it was 2 and the jockey was covering the 1. And I'm like, there's 21 horses in this race? For 5 seconds, I was super happy.
Embarrassing.
No, it was great. I got that feeling for 5 minutes.
And then you crashed.
5 seconds. And then I went and cried.
We'll be right back.
In the dark.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
As we enter year 3 of this pandemic, one of the big questions we have is how much protection do we get from the vaccine or from getting COVID itself? And inside this building right here in Frederick, right next to a big open field, some top doctors are trying to figure that out. So we went inside to verify.
Every single day is something new. It's always quite very interesting.
Troy Kemp has been studying COVID-19 for the last 2 years, a big pivot from what he studied before the pandemic.
My major focus was on HPV.
That is an STI that can cause cancer. In fact, the whole lab switched gears, studying COVID-19 antibodies, the disease-fighting proteins created by our bodies after infection or vaccination.
To understand how well those antibodies maintain themselves over time.
Walk me through what you guys do here.
Dr. Leisha Pinto oversees the lab. She says that this work is at times tedious and time-consuming and needs to be replicated over and over to be trusted.
Thousands and thousands of times, and then many thousands of plates.
She says that when the pandemic first started, it was the National Cancer Institute that asked her team to pivot away from HPV to develop and standardize a SARS-CoV-2 antibody test.
We felt like really we could help.
She explains that according to the data, vaccines will give you those valuable antibodies, at least for a while.
We just don't know how long immunity lasts because, again, that immunity is going to vary depending on the individual.
It also depends on how long it's been since the person got the shot.
They'll look at all the different color ranges.
Take this tray full of blood samples. Each column represents a separate patient who either had COVID or the vaccine. And the darker the yellow, the more antibodies.
You can tell us, exactly where maybe they're 1 month out from getting the vaccine versus someone maybe over here could be 6 months out from getting the vaccine.
As for natural immunity, meaning those who got infected but not vaccinated.
The fact that you are infected, it doesn't mean that you are protected. You have a reduced risk of reinfection compared to individuals that were not infected. But you still are susceptible to infections.
Which is why Pinto says vaccination is the best way to get protection from COVID-19.
So here's the bottom line. We can verify that we do get protection from both natural immunity and vaccines, but just how long it lasts is still being studied. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
New research shows any parent can forget their kids in a hot car. Let's connect the dots. Experts with the University of South Florida say forgetting a child isn't usually a negligence problem. Instead, it's a memory problem. They found things like stress, lack of sleep, and even a change in routine are usually involved in hot car accidents. Experts add this memory issue focuses on 2 parts of the brain, the perspective and the semantic. Perspective memory helps us remember to do something in the future, while semantic allows drivers to make the trip from work to home with ease, like they're on autopilot. When one of these functions fail, there can be terrible consequences. So how can you avoid memory lapses? Set reminders on your phone or create visual reminders in your car. Place a diaper bag or a piece of your child's clothing in the front seat. And keep anything you need for your drive in the back seat, so you'll turn around and check no matter what.
Welcome back. Lots of comments again about Mary Lou. Barbara says, what a great attitude she has. Instead of her memory being a burden, it is a gift.
Yes. Thank you.
You could take it the other way. You're absolutely right.
Well, some of the people do, but not me. I was like, no.
Julia says, I wish I could remember why I walk into a room.
Too many mint juleps.
Exactly. Ashley says, love the extra sunshine Mary Lou brings.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
I know, Mary Lou. Do you wake up happy every day?
I'm a pretty happy person, you know. I've always like, well, what? I'm going to remember it anyway, so it better be a good day.
What a great attitude.
True. And Mary Lou's going to be with us all week. Lucky us. DBL's new every day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys. Bye.
Where hope finds help. Where courage meets conviction. Where makers make fans. We are Tegna, a family of local and national media brands that bring us together, serving the greater good of our communities. Where national know-how backs local business. Be in good company with Tegna.